Doubt that the 3-year-old crop that we've seen in 1985-86 is one of the best we've seen for the last few years.
I've got absolutely no doubt about that, Bill. In fact, I would go so far as to say that it was probably the highest class 3-year-old crop since 73.
On Castanelia!
The sixth, the Silver Shadow Stakes, and a very impressive performance here from Shankhill Lass. Great ride by Mick Dittman, just behind the speed and careers away in the straight.
Followed by Union Girl, and a gap of a length, the Normandy Bay Bluegrass Dancer, and heat of the moment around the corner. And the well-tried Cryptic Versus taken the lead from Vain Princess. Barloo hanging. Here's Shankhill Lass getting out, and Shankhill Lass swept upon Cryptic Verse. Heads are off on the outside. Heat of the moment running home with Fleet Invader, but Shankhill Lass in front on the outside. Heat of the moment finishing quickly, but all in vain, and Shankhill Lass untroubled. Shankhill Lass goes.
125 and 65, slightly better than that on the track in Sydney, but a car line, of course. 3 Handy Proverbs, 665, and
line better. Racing this time in the Peter Pan. Gallant Avon missed it. Handy Proverb, one of the best to begin, headed by Whimper and Jukebox Jury, and going quickly Roman Artist with the Cowboy and Chief Mayo. Then Sirota and Silver Champagne, Agent Provocative, Tierra Wrist Chulada. Then Acumen. Now Handy Proverb losing a shade of ground over Rising Fear Eminence. Next one that's caught out pretty wide. Whimper a length and a half. Handy Proverb drawn, and then Acumen in an Eminency. After 1-2 at the head of the others, Indian Rides Chulada hunted hard. Agent Provocative losing ground, followed by Rising Fear, Northern Fine Trusmo, and Gallant Avon whips them in. Up to the bend they go, and Roman Artist by 2 the Cowboy. Third Sirota, fourth on the outside is Jukebox Jury, drawn making a long run, and behind those Handy Proverb, and the rider's been tipped off. Indian Raj, he's okay, I do believe, and as they straighten up for the run and come down past the 250, Roman Artist taken on by the Cowboy. Handy Proverb coming home solidly. It's Handy Proverb out after Roman Artist and the Cowboy. Handy Proverb is finishing brilliantly. It takes the lead from the Cowboy, and oh gee whiz, this is a good horse. Handy Proverb, he's coming away. Handy Proverb's gone on to beat the Cowboy. Third home was Roman Artist, then Chulada, followed by Drawn and Tierra Wrist, Silver Champagne, Acumen, then the riderless Indian Raj, Eminency, Chief Mate.
And they're set again, racing this time. Foxsale was last when they settled down. The others began in a line. Good battle early. Belstani showing pace with Touch of Genius and Desolante up with them. So too is Ras Dancer and Base Fee about fit, going around them from 12. 2 to Wise Call, Star Style Girl, Foxsale, Spirit of Kingston, and our Sophia. Touch of Genius at the 400 went up to join Belstani, a little over a length. The Centaurea still going around them. Desolante trying to get out from the inside, and then Phoenix Rising around the outside of those horses as they made the turn. Touch of Genius broke clear, shot 2 lengths in front, travelling like a winner. Second is Belstani, still from Desolante, Phoenix Rising and Centaurea the outside. Halfway down the straight, Touch of Genius clear, Phoenix Rising running home strongly. Touch of Genius in front near the line, Phoenix Rising flashing to it on the outside. They're going to hit it together. Nearly a dead heat this. Touch of Genius, the rails, and Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising, with everything thrown at it by Barrett, has raced to it right on the line, and they've hit the post very, very much locked together. Phoenix Rising the outside gives it some advantage, and Touch of Genius on the rails, hitting it together. And Desolante was the one.
60 the win and 115 the place. 8 Phoenix Rising, 120 the place, 13 Desolante, $2.05.
In race 6, Campaign King, who had been beaten only once in 7 starts, went out second favourite again. He still showed that he's a very promising horse.
The lights on, away they go at the first attempt. Humanitarian was slow to get going over near the centre, and Ice Scotch began very well. Sinbad showing good speed in the early stages. About 8 of them across the track when the Leopard. 400 out, Campaign King went up on the inside to head off Good Landy. Formal Address coming 3 deep. One went through the running rail, Zany Show. Winter on the outside is struggling under the whip, and they're followed by Scorching Wind. But Campaign King slipped them, and it's got it 1 on the corner. Shot about 3 or 4 lengths in front from Good Landy, and they're followed by Formal Address, and then came behind those horses Scorching Wind. Winter is struggling, but Campaign King's going to win by half a dozen lengths. Formal Address has run second. Coming home well, Island Spy, the outside's got third from Scorching Wind, Good Landy. Winter, he's just a horse.
Well, Campaign King continuing that great form, starting at 9-4. Formula Dress was a 7-1.
There was plenty of money to say Let's Get Physical would get back into the winning list, but he wasn't able to here. Heat of the Moment at 30-1 took out the Dewar Stakes. Slave Trade and Shank Hill Lass filled the placings.
Followed by a sucker. Shank Hill Lass on the outside, coming into the picture solidly. It's Slave Trade and Let's Get Physical. Slave Trade just in front. Shank Hill Lass and Heat of the Moment is scorching down the outside. Heat of the Moment after Slave Trade. Let's Get Physical won't go on, but Heat of the Moment is racing right away to win the Roman Consul.
That was a real turn-up for the punters there. Heat of the Moment at 30-1. We'll show you now the Roman over a little bit more ground. Sixth race went to Mick Dittman on Law.
Away they go at the first attempt, and Spirit of Kingston began well with Delightful Bell. Then Contemplation, Avon Angel taking off, and now King Delamere's got up behind it. They're followed by Frank Pledge out very wide. From Delightful Bell in a pocket, then Spirit of Kingston, Colonial Flag and Ex-Directory. Bowmistress the leader at the 600, about a half length to Lack of Reason. A length further back is Frank Pledge, and King Delamere now pushing up in the centre. Avon Angel might have got a squeeze, drop back sharply there. Contemplation is still handy, and Delightful Bell trying to get off the fence. Round the turn they come now, and the leader here, Bowmistress from Contemplation, from Lack of Reason, then Delightful Bell. King Delamere is struggling, and so too further back Avon Angel, but Bowmistress kicked away with 200 to go. 2 lengths to Delightful Bell, the challenger. Delightful Bell coming at Bowmistress now with 100 to go. Bowmistress still in front. Delightful Bell getting it near the line, and Delightful Bell's going to get up and win. Delightful Bell first from Bowmistress, 3 or 4 lengths away Contemplation. King Well, Delightful Bell, a great performance. She's a great mare, this 5-2. Bowmistress, a good effort, 10s. Contemplation third at 20s. King Delamere was...
This is the Gloaming Stakes for the 3-year-olds. Handy Proverb, he's in the reddish colours with the white sleeves, and Cassidy rides impatiently. The Queenslander Roman Artist slices through to lead, and he battles on very strongly to hold down second place.
Up and for Papa, then Tierra Wrist. Caught Deep Dole Chesser over Chulada, then Handy Proverb Trismo, then comes Acumen from Get About with honours. Down the side they run on the Gloaming, going past the 800 metres, and Roman Artist by nearly a length. Whiskey Kingdom. Third position occupied by Tierra Wrist, and then comes Acumen. Wide Fragile behind those, the Cowboy. One Handy Proverb, patiently ridden by Cassidy. He's about to wind him up now. A little over a length, Chulada, and then for Papa, Dolces at Trismo, followed by Bail Up, and tailed off is With Honours. They're on the turn at the 450. Roman Artist giving his supporters a side. He kicked from Tierra Wrist at Acumen. Handy Proverb taken out into the middle of the track. He's coming home well, the favourite. Handy Proverb picking up Roman Artist, and the rider on Roman Artist. Logue's gone for the whip. Handy Proverb's got him covered, I reckon. A good go then between Fragilistic and the Cowboy for third, but Handy Proverb, he raced away, and he's got the Gloaming Stakes well won. It's Handy Proverb, 2.5 Roman Artist, the Cowboy, Fragilistic, but a breeze to Handy Proverb from Roman Artist, the Cowboy. Breeze to Handy Proverb from Roman Artist, the Cowboy, and...
There's the light racing. Rory's Jester began well. Desolante, he got away quite well today too. Touch of Genius wider out, and Campaign King showing speed and Reputed. It's Touch of Genius out wide, and Win Prince. 4:50 to go now, and Desolante a half length. Touch of Genius and Campaign King, and they've got away, putting the pace on. 3 lengths to Preferred, then Reputed. They're followed further back Rory's Jester, and then Jackson Square. 3:50 to go now, and Campaign King, Touch of Genius have gone past Desolante, and Campaign King's taken the lead. Rory's Jester's full of running, but he's badly hemmed in on the inside, and Campaign King got clear. Road Rouge running on fairly, but Campaign King's got a big break with 100 to go, led by 2 lengths from Road Rouge, and then Jackson Square battling on well, but Campaign King's much too good, wins by 2 lengths to Road Rouge. Jackson Square third, 3 lengths away fourth, Reputed. Touch of Genius weakening badly next. Rory's Jester, no luck in the run. Then Desolante second last, Norgwin Prince last, and Preferred has pulled up. Preferred has pulled up 100 metres from the post. Winner of the race just keeps on winning, Campaign King. Rory's Jester, I think, is one. Oh, no, he's singing out. They're racing now. And Dadaism missed it by a length or so, and Wellington Hammer was last. And where's Tristabel? It's up running third early. The leader is Stockwell Lass, settling Rebecca Gay. Heading up to the 600, and Stockwell Lass still in front. 3 parts of a length. The Musical Sculptor, a length and a half. Follow Me Through. Here's Tristabel moving up to third. Pull to the outside from Beach Gown. Dadaism under the whip, about 5 wide. And they're followed by Canny Lass, Golden Twig and Clear Lady, in a gap to 12. 400 out, Stockwell Lass still in front. Tristabel's no good thing either. Beach Gown's putting in a good run around them from Canny Lass, and then Dataism struggling from Follow Me Through, and here's Twirl pulled out from a mile back. Stockwell Lass led into the straight by a length from Tristabel, Beach Gown and Canny Lass all coming at it well clear of Dataism and Twirl. It's Canny Lass on the outside, sprinting to the lead, 100 out, and Canny Lass is coming away in the run home. Canny Lass wins 2.5 lengths. Rebecca Gay is flying and might have got up for second. Beach Gown, the other one in the photo, for third, and then came last.
Well, the bookmakers had broad smiles with Canny Lass at 16-1 taking out the Verve Clico Classic from Rebecca Gay. A great run second at 12-1. Beach Gown 7-1. Actualist King Delamere, the popular pick, at 11-4.
Racing. Contemplation away well from Black Knight, and Fine Offer got away nicely, so too did Mrs. Fitzherbert. Phoenix Rising began well, being hard-ridden to get up near the leaders early, and they were followed then by East and front of it Playful Princess. Mrs. Fitzherbert at the 800, 3 parts to Phoenix Rising, being kept right up to it today. 1.5 lengths Fine Offer on the outside of Contemplation, 1.5 King Delamere, going away from Eastern Temple, then Arctic Lord, followed by Importune at the head of the others, and then Lack of Reason and Playful Princess. Phoenix Rising took over at the 500 from Mrs. Fitzherbert. Fine Offer immediately challenges. King Delamere moving up stylishly fourth from Contemplation. Eastern Temple battling on, and Playful Princess from Lack of Reason. Fine Offer went to Phoenix Rising at the 400. They made the turn together. Fine Offer's going better. King Delamere about to come out after the leader now, and they're well clear of Eastern Temple, and then Fox Seal in the straight. Fine Offer shot well clear of King Delamere out after it, and then Phoenix Rising from Eastern Temple and Fox Seal. It's Fine Offer in front. King Delamere's wearing it down and going home better, and King Delamere took the lead near the line and wins it 1.5 lengths to Fine Offer. Fox Seal got up for third, just in front of Eastern Temple and Phoenix Rising. Their finish.
And a very good performance by King Delamere, 11-4, and favourite some sort of shining light for the 20 metres, and the favourite was What a Nuisance at 9-4.
Racing. Rocky Roller began okay on the inside with Lay's Choice to Jour Mio wider out, showing speed early too. Rocky Roller on the inside, about 6th of them in line. Fantasy Night Soldier, Schweika Rado and British the outside from Lay's Choice. Then a length to Jour Mio, Noble Comment, Martian Sun, followed by Wholesome, What a Nuisance second last, and Black Knight is last as they swung out of the straight. Wide to Jour Mio and 2 to Black Knight. Going past the 1200, then What a Nuisance the outside. Black Knight now moving up on the outside of Fantasy Night. They pack up past the 800 and up the side. British in front, a length to Arato. Lay's Choice coming at it. Noble Comment causing bother. He's out in the centre to Jour Mio's got to go about 6 wide. Rocky Roller's under pressure, and now What a Nuisance coming around the outside with a strong run from Martian Sun, who's struggling a little bit, and Black Knight. With 4.50 to go, Arato got the British to Jour Mio and Lay's Choice out after them, and 5 wide, What a Nuisance. Then Rocky Roller and Black Knight starting to zoom home behind them is coming full of dash. Black Knight on the turn. British, Arato and Black Knight's grabbed them as if they weren't there. What a Nuisance next, but Black Knight, the Melbourne Cup winner, on his way to another Melbourne Cup. Charging away from British, What a Nuisance, and then Martian Sun, but Black Knight will win by about 5 lengths. Good race for the Miners. What a Nuisance hanging on with the British. Nothing between them, and a nose away Martian Sun. Fantasy Night last.
He looked like a Melbourne Cup winner yesterday. Black Knight 7-2, and a brilliant victory from What a Nuisance, who got second narrowly at 9-4 in favour of British.
The first reliable pointers to both the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups is the VATC Underwood Stakes, a Group 1 race run under weight for age conditions at Caulfield on September 26.
1.5 King Delamere is settled all right. Then Pliancy moving up on the outside from Importune, a length to Bounty Hawk, Astral in, Kiwi Slave, and then Jamaica in, followed by Colonial Flag and past the baton. 1,000 out down the railway side, and still the leader not declared. 3 parts to Luther's Luck, 1.5 lengths Don Byrne. Tristarky's niggling at it a little bit now. 1.5 lengths then to King Delamere, joining Lack of Reason as the paces clapped on. Then 1.5 lengths further back, Astral in. Bounty Hawk lost his place. Importune gone to the outside from Pliancy. Bounty Hawk going forward now. Then Kiwi Slave and Colonial Flag a long way out of it. 500 out on the corner. Luther's Luck a join not declared. Tristark under the whip moving up to them, and 1.5 lengths. Lack of Reason, he's making a run from King Delamere. They're followed by Importune and Bounty Hawk needing a run. Tristark took the lead into the straight, immediately tackled by Lack of Reason. King Delamere, Bounty Hawk's going well if he gets out. The leader Tristark from Lack of Reason. Bounty Hawk coming at them from Luther's Luck, but Tristark took the lead. Lack of Reason trying to get to him. Tristark just in front of Lack of Reason. Tristark the leader near the line, and it's going to win it by a half neck to Lack of Reason. 2 lengths away, King Delamere.
Plenty of action in Melbourne after the running of the Group 2 Moonee Valley Stakes. The favourite for the race was the Boom country galloper Campaign King, who had put together a sequence of 5 wins. But his racing had been restricted to sprinting distances, and he was an unknown quantity at 1,600 metres.
They were followed then over on the outside. Illustrious 3 deep on the rails. Black Charleston, a length and a half. Campaign King now called on. They're followed by Solar Aspect. Wellington Hammer around the outside. At the head of the others, Acumen, Jackson Square, and French Cotton looked hopeless. Sinbad back at the rear with Dexterous. With 400 to go, Good Old Days in front, but the challengers coming now from Black Charleston. And here's Campaign King around the outside. Campaign King's grabbed them and dashed to the lead, 300 out. Acumen starting to run on pretty well, and Wellington Hammer. It's Campaign King in front as they turn for home, but Acumen's coming at it quickly with Wellington Hammer out wide. Wellington Hammer and Acumen race to Campaign King, the 3 in line. Acumen, Wellington Hammer, the only filly put ahead in front. Acumen's drawn level again. Acumen under the whip just in front, and Acumen is just going to win the Moonee Valley Stakes.
Unfortunately, Acumen returned a swab positive to the drug caffeine after that race and was disqualified. 8-year-old fillies. One of the most important of these is the Group 2 Edward Manifold Stakes at Flemington.
They were followed by Pam Field, then Jewel in the Crown, Beach Gown, Mrs. Mannering, 12 to the outside. Wellington Hammer with nowhere to go as Sudden sprinted away. Led 3 lengths at the 200 from Beach Gown, 12 down the outside with Mrs. Mannering, and Rebecca Gay coming from last. He went for the whip on Sudden. Gee, it's found something. It's 4 in front of 12 with 200 to go. Out the outside, Rebecca Gay's gobbling them up now. 12 and Rebecca Gay going after Sudden. Sudden in front, but they're going to grab it. Rebecca Gay will get it out wide. Rebecca Gay's won it. About a half length to 12 doors.
Light on. Our Sophia's drawn the outside. Waratah Bay missed it a bit. Our Sophia was away well. Top Banner out quickly with Glenn Morriston. Impatune's going to get a sit early. Colonial Flag back second last. Back with it is Rose and Thistle and Trick Gold. And past the Battens last of all. Top Banner led at the 1800. About a length and a half to Glenn Morriston on the inside, not declared. Next behind them, Impatune on the inside from Feeder Roy. Lack of reason inside of Ballyman's Boy. Links, I suppose, between first and last. Not a lot of speed on at the 1400. Top Banner and his favourite roller length to Glenn Morriston. On the fence, not declared. Feeder Roy 3 deep. In the centre, Impatune, a length to Lack of Reason. Then Ballyman's Boy is travelling pretty well. A length and a half away then to Shay New. Waratah Bay just in front of those horses. 1 length away then to Our Sophia on the outside. Trick Gold on the fence in the centre, Aqua Star. Another length and a half to Colonial Flag, and back last of all past the Batten. They go past the 1,000. There's about 15 lengths, I suppose, between first and last. Top Banner led a length to Glenn Morriston. Impatune in the centre with Feeder Roy trapped out 3 deep. About a length further back then to Lack of Reason. On the fence, not declared. Waratah Bay continues to improve with Ballyman's Boy. Our Sophia takes off. Rose and Thistle in that group of horses. A length further back then to Colonial Flag. Shay New well back on the turn. Trick Gold's back second last with past the Batten. They're about to enter the straight with about 400 to go, a little bit more. Top Banner's been headed off by Glenn Morriston. A length away to not declared. Impatune coming into the picture from Feeder Roy. Further back, Ballyman's Boy hooked to the outside. Our Sophia down the extreme outside. Lack of Reason trying to bullock his way out. Glenn Morriston just led from Top Banner. Lack of Reason getting into the clear from not declared. Impatune, and now Ballyman's Boy's finishing well. Lack of Reason's coming at Glenn Morriston with not declared and Ballyman's Boy. Lack of Reason drawing level with Glenn Morriston. Here's Ballyman's Boy, but Lack of Reason's taken the lead. He's qualified for the Caulfield Cup by winning. Maybe Our Sophia, who flashed up, will get second. Just in front of Glenn Morriston, not declared. Further back, Ballyman's Boy. Earlier today, Lack of Reason 220 and 85, a stablemate of magnitude. Our Sophia $1, Glenn Morriston 480.
That he should be a short-priced favourite for the Group 1 AJC Spring Champion Stakes. But while Handy Proverb had been so dominant in the group races, T.J. Smith had been winning a series of minor races with his well-bred Imperial Prince colt Easter. Unfortunately, the Spring Champion Stakes developed into a real jostling match over the last 600 metres, with Handy Proverb looking particularly unlucky.
Over the crossing at the 900 metres, and the leader and Handy Proverb 3 deep, a length to Tristram's Edition, Easter, then Fragilistic. 2 further away is Copper Wing, Dream Lodge. Hutto Bill Banger has run off the track. It's speared to the outside fence and dislodged the jockey, a sensation. As they turn around the corner, Indian Raj has taken the lead. Dream Lodge copped a Duff on the home corner. Tristram's Edition comes into it. Now let's look for Handy Proverb. It's fourth last as they charge to the 200 metres, and Indian Raj in front. Dream Lodge. Here's Easter coming down the outside, and Handy Proverb again picking up the bit. Indian Raj taken on by Easter and Dream Lodge. Handy Proverb winding up. Here's a finish. Dream Lodge after Indian Raj. Easter on the outside grabs them, and Easter's one of the nose. I reckon Easter's one of
the Spring Champion Stakes was the third win from 5 outings for the season for Easter, a son of the New Haven.
The most important races for 3-year-olds on the Australian calendar is the Group 1 Caulfield Guineas. Jeff Murphy had won the race 4 times and was confident of making it number 5 with acumen. After galloping in spectacular fashion at Caulfield on the Tuesday before the race, Murphy declared acumen unbeatable.
And they've jumped away. Restflyer jumped away today, and over near the inside, Reputed began well with Roman Artist. There in front from No Parole, Rhoda Root. Over on the inside of those horses, a length and a half further back, Shankill Lass and View with them, Seeger the outside. They're followed by Pelatinsky, and further back is Acumen being niggled at. Caledonian Boy trying to get a run up from Red Opaque at the head of the others, and further back Black Charleston, and Drawn is back second last. On the turn, 500 out, Roman Artist inclined to hang a little bit, a half length to Asher Star, Rhoda Rouge, Restflyer. They were followed further back in the field, No Parole, Asher Star, and then Pelatinsky, and wider out there's Seeger and Acumen. The leader, Roman Artist, into the straight kick, 2 lengths in front of Rhoda Rouge, and they were followed by, coming down the outside, Pelatinsky with a strong run, and then coming with a good run also is Acumen out wider on the outside, and coming at them quickly now is Drawn. Drawn's picking them up with Rascliffe on the inside, Shankill Lass, and Drawn's going to win. Drawn's 1.5 head, Shankill.
It was certainly a...
Charleston, and Drawn is back second last. On the turn, 500 out, Roman Artist inclined to hang a little bit, a half length to Asher Star, Rhoda Rouge, Restflyer. They were followed further back in the field, No Parole, Asher Star, and then Pelatinsky, and wider out there's Seeger and Acumen. The leader, Roman Artist, into the straight kick, 2 lengths in front of Rhoda Rouge, and they were followed by, coming down the outside, Pelatinsky with a strong run, and then coming with a good run also is Acumen out wider on the outside, and coming at them quickly now is Drawn. Drawn's picking them up with Rascliffe on the inside, Shankill Lass, and Drawn's going to win. Drawn's 1.5 head. 18, Shankill Lass, L. Dittman second, and number 1 Acumen ridden by G. Willits third. $30 and the trifecta 335.65, 335.65 for the trifecta.
Shankill Lass, 3 lengths to Acumen third.
Drawn was back from 14s to 9s to get the prize over Shankill Lass and Acumen, and trainer Les Bridge has now got his sights set on the Cox Plate.
Sprint was the 6th, and Campaign King with a late run. Outstanding performance this to get up and defeat Rocky Mac, who looked a certain winner just after they straightened.
Campaign King making ground but very wide, and La Benatar behind them from Miner's Man and Cadevian and Mum's Pride. They're spread across the track into the straight where Stockwell Lass, the leader from Rocky Mac, out after it from Bold Exit, then Testimony. Campaign King out wide, Stockwell Lass in front, Rocky Mac and Exit Star getting to it. Rocky Mac took the lead. Miner's Man running on fairly from Viva Vane and Campaign King, but Rocky Mac in front. Campaign King going out after it. Rocky Mac grabbed by Campaign King near the line, and Campaign King won it. And next to Rocky Mac, a half length.
Betting race, Campaign King the favourite.
Campaign King running on fairly, 150 out. Rocky Mac got to the lead from XZ Star, Stockwell Lass. Campaign King coming now. He's flying, Campaign King. Rocky Mac in front. Campaign King will get him. Campaign King got up to beat Rocky Mac. Viva Vane's run third.
He's a great sprinter, Campaign King. Made it...
on the Caulfield Cup, which is decided the following week. One is the Weight for Age Caulfield Stakes. Betting on the race featured a mammoth plunge on the Sydney Galloper Riverdale. But watch closely at the start as a fortune in bets goes down the drain in less than a second.
Oh, get up there, and when they jumped away, there's one lost its rider just after the start. I think it's Riverdale. It is Riverdale's lost his rider as they jumped out. Length and a half XZ tacked in on the rails from So Vague. A length and a half King Delamere going well but needing a run. Lack of Reason moving around them 3 deep, and Black Knight is in the centre. A length further back is Tristar going forward from the Filbert. Then what a
she got a lovely run through the field. Come to the outside and around about the 700 metre mark, and I think she sort of got on level terms just before the turn, and she come away again at the finish and won probably just impressive than what she won the Underwood in.
Straight. 300 to go now, and the leader on the inside is Sir Zephyr. Lack of Reason coming at him, then Tristark. Exits at the rails from Lord of Camelot, Black Knight and Wider Out, What a Nuisance. Lack of Reason and Tristark race to the leader, 100 to go. The Filbert running on, but Tristark has sprinted away, and Tristark a brilliant win in the stakes. A length and a half, Lack of Reason, the Filbert third from Sir Zephyr. Then our Sophia worked home okay. And the placings, and 65 cents. The Daily Double, if you had it, $63.
But Shankill Lass, Heat of the Moment, Travel Light and Shinakima all ventured south for the Principal Fillies Classics. Their first meeting was in the Group 1 1,000 guineas at Caulfield on October 19, in which they clashed with Rebecca Gay and Twirled, the first two home in the Manifold Stakes at Flemington. Shankill Lass had the benefit of some track experience at Caulfield the week before the 1,000 guineas, running second to the top colt drawn in the Caulfield Guineas.
They're racing. Honeybridge away well from Rebecca Gay, and jumping away fairly Cena. Twirl got away nicely, and they were followed then by Shanakima going fast. Over on the half, Twirled, and then Honeybridge, Shankill Lass going around them 4 deep. Sudden following it from Cena, and then Canny Lass, Tristabel, Rebecca Gay, Wellington Hammer. They were followed 2 lengths further back in the field, then by Travel Light and Heat of the Moment. They're a mile out of it. Then Pam Field, followed by Tonefill second last, and Mrs. Mannering last. On the turn, 500 out. Sweet Dream Lady in front. The leaders are stopping. Only a length Apple Valley, a length and a half. Shankill Lass, who's done it hard but moved up third from Sudden. Then Tristabel, Twirl looking for the way out from Golden Twig, and then Rebecca Gay, Canny Lass on the outside, Tone Phil. In the straight, Shankill Lass got to the lead now from Apple Valley. On the inside of those then came Sweet Dream Lady. Tone Phil and Twirl putting in their runs, but Shankill Lass has broken clear. Rebecca Gay coming with a late run on the outside with Heat of the Moment, but Shankill Lass clear near the line. Heat of the Moment flying but won't make it, and Shankill Lass wins it an extra Heat of the Moment. Tone Phil. In the straight, Shankill Lass got to the lead now from Apple Valley. On the inside of those then came Sweet Dream Lady. Tone Phil and Twirl putting in their runs, but Shankill Lass has broken clear. Rebecca Gay coming with a late run on the outside with Heat of the Moment, but Shankill Lass clear near the line. Heat of the Moment flying but won't make it, and Shankill Lass wins it an extra Heat of the Moment. Very close for third, Rebecca Gay, the outside of their Travel Light and Tone Phil. A gap further back, Mrs. The judges call for a photo to separate Shankill Lass on the rails from the very fast finishing Heat of the Moment on the outside. Shankill Lass, a chestnut filly by Starway from Paddy's sister, raced by Mr. and Miss Twig, trained by Tommy Smith at Randwick, and ridden by Mick Ditman. $4.80, $264.80 the trifecta.
Shankill Lass is a half-sister to the former top filly Volley Dream, who ran second in the 90s.
That the Foster's shows that the Foster's Caulfield Cup is an ideal race for 4-year-olds. And in modern times, 4-year-old mares in particular have had an outstanding record. The weight for age form is usually the key to finding the Caulfield Cup winner. And on this count, Tristark stood out. She was sensationally backed to equal favouritism at 5-1, while the other best-backed runner was the George Hanlon-trained Our Sophia, who was generally regarded as unlucky when second to Lack of Reason in the Group 2 Turnbull Stakes at Flemington a fortnight earlier.
Away they go. Caught them well too. And Handy Proverb began well over on the inside with the Filbert, and Rising Prince from Sir Zephyr followed then on the outside of those horses by King Delamere. Ballyman's Boy racing towards the lead with Feeder Awar, and they were followed then by Importune. On the outside, Eastern Temple from Silver Award.
And when she did get a run at the 5 there, she's come from probably second last and had a lovely run through and sprinted probably just as quick as what she's ever sprinted with.
Tristark commencing a run from Lack of Reason, and then Silver Award further back in the field. Next, Bounty Hulk, Mappley Heights, Eastern Temple back at the rear with Easter. 600 to go on the corner. There's a great battle, about 4 in line. Acumen went up on the outside to join Riverdale, Rising Prince and Feeder Awar. Handy Proverb badly needing needing a run. Here's Tristark round the outside. Our Sophia following it into the straight. It's a great battle here. Tristark loomed up to join the leaders. Rising Prince and Tristark together now. They're followed by Lack of Reason and Our Sophia. Halfway down the straight, Tristark is the leader. The Filbert getting out late. Tristark in front from Lack of Reason and Our Sophia and the Filbert. Tristark the leader, Our Sophia grabbing it on the line, but Tristark won it a neck to Our Sophia. Lack of Reason third. Proverb badly needing a run. Here's Tristark round the outside. Our Sophia following it into the straight. It's a great battle here. Tristark loomed up to join the leaders. Rising Prince and Tristark together now. They're followed by Lack of Reason and Our Sophia. Halfway down the straight, Tristark is the leader. The Filbert getting out late. Tristark in front from Lack of Reason and Our Sophia and the Filbert. Tristark the leader, Our Sophia grabbing it on the line, but Tristark won it a neck to Our Sophia. Lack of Reason third. Fourth, the Filbert from Rising Prince. Mappley Heights ran on well next. They're followed by Bounty Hawk, and behind them is Easter. Handy Proverb weakened badly from Sir Zephyr, racing just in front of the Filbert. Number 14 is the winner. Number 14, Tristark, ridden by W. Trelaw. Number 40, East Morgan, J. Styles and A. White, trained at Epsom by R.S. MacDonald and ridden by Wayne Trelaw. Second up, and the official totes were Tristark.
Foster's Caulfield Cup was one of 4 Group 1 races won by Tristark during the 85-86 season, bringing her career total to 5.
Light on and away they go. Lord Galaxy began quickly with Undisturbed out wide on the track, and Let Me Tell came out very smartly with Viva Vane, and Campaign King is last. As they went to the 700-metre mark, Let Me Tell in the slot together, about a length in front here of New Atlantis and Undisturbed going up on the outside. Rocky Mac and Silver Cossack behind those horses from Lord Galaxy. Viva Vane. Campaign King commencing a run from a long way back in the field, and then Viva Vane. New Atlantis raced to the lead out wide on the corner. New Atlantis in front of Let Me Tell, followed by in the slot Silver Cossack. Lord Galaxy struggling. Campaign King starting to come home fairly well. It's New Atlantis in front from Let Me Tell, 100 to go, and to go for the whip. Campaign King finishing fast, might be too late. New Atlantis in front. Campaign King's got to get it, and Campaign King's got up the win from New Atlantis. Lord Galaxy was third from in the slot, Let Me Tell. Then Lord Galaxy struggling. Campaign King starting to come home fairly well. It's New Atlantis in front from Let Me Tell, 100 to go, and to go for the whip. Campaign King finishing fast, might be too late. New Atlantis in front. Campaign King's got to get it, and Campaign King's got up the win from New Atlantis. Lord Galaxy was third from in the slot, Let Me Tell. Then Undisturbed followed further back at the head of the performance. 1100-metre race, and he's come from last at the 800 to make it 10 wins from 12 starts. Official placings for the Brill Cream National Sprint Championship. Number 6, Campaign King, ridden by G. Murphy, is first. Number 7, New Atlantis, G. Willett second. The winner of the Brill Cream National Sprint Championship, number 6, Campaign King.
Last week,
Race 7 at Caulfield, it was Campaign King, 195 and 85. New Atlantis.
Toyota Geelong Cup, and Coro Corey May came with a mighty run in the straight to win. Then is Mr. Jazz. Cordelia there about 2 lengths away. Noble Comet. Exocet starting to improve around the outside. Marsh and Sun a length to Chelaware. Tripsicum there, 3 lengths now in front of the rest, headed by Naliska, and further back on the field Wholesome and Sprightly Native. Up to the turn. They've got about 500 to go, I suppose, and Showglen just led. Night Eye the outside, a length further back to Corey May with a good run. Exocet hooked out. Mint Masters in that group of horses with Chelaware, Mr. Jazz. Down the outside, Tripsicum's coming with a good run. Exocet's making his run with Showglen at the 300. Behind them, Corey May. Tripsicum running on well from Chelaware. Showglen just in front. Exocet trying to get to it. Corey May got the split. Chellaware's running on, but the grey mare's going to bolt in. Corey May's dashed away, and she's walked the Geelong Cup in by 4 lengths to Chelaware, Tripsicum. Then Showglen, Exocet, further back Naliska, Sprightly Native, Marsh and Sun. And Corey May winning the Geelong Cup and now shortening up to the Melbourne Cup. She started favourite today, 7-2. Chelaware at 20s and
where the club proudly hosts its annual Race of the Champions, the Weight for Age WS Cox Plate. This year's Cox Plate was probably as open as any in recent times. The heavily backed Rising Prince firm to start as one of the best backed runners at 7-1. Bookmakers also held a fortune in bets on the Les Bridge trained 3-year-old Drawn, who, as we will see later, had captured the Caulfield Guineas in brilliant fashion 2 weeks earlier.
They're racing. King Phoenix away well with Rising Prince, the Filbert, and Delightful Bell, Kingdom Bay. Out wide, a Roman Artist is racing quickly to the lead, and it's going to be in front out wide on the track when they settle down. Hay is back near the rear with Riverdale and Fox Seal. Roman Artist led out of the straight, a length and a half. Rising Prince fighting for his head from Acumen, Delightful Bell. Riverdale. 1,200 to go, Roman Artist. A length to Fox Seal, Spirit of Kingston. Riverdale pulled to the outside and Hay whipped them in. 800 to go, and the leader, Roman Artist, 2 lengths to in second position, still Rising Prince, a half Kingdom Bay. 1 to Acumen taken to the outside. Delightful Bell and the Filbert getting up on the inside is next from Drawn. Centauria taken to the outside. King Phoenix is under the whip, then Spirit of Kingston and Hay from Fox Seal. 400 out, Roman Artist a half length. Rising Prince challenging from Kingdom Bay, 3 deep and 4 deep. Centauria. Drawn trying to get a run in the centre with the Filbert, and then Acumen and King Phoenix struggling from Delightful Bell. Rising Prince took the lead from Roman Artist on the corner. Drawn is getting out after them now from the Filbert. The others can't win. Rising Prince took the lead in the straight from Roman Artist. Drawn 2 lengths away under the whip. I think Rising Prince has got away from them. 2 in front. He looks the winner. In second place, Roman Artist, followed by Drawn and the Filbert, but Rising Prince is going to canter in. Wins by 3 lengths to Roman Artist. Drawn is trying to get a run in the centre with the Filbert, and then Acumen and King Phoenix struggling from Delightful Bell. Rising Prince took the lead from Roman Artist on the corner. Drawn is getting out after them now from the Filbert. The others can't win. Rising Prince took the lead in the straight from Roman Artist. Drawn 2 lengths away under the whip. I think Rising Prince has got away from them. 2 in front. He looks the winner. In second place, Roman Artist, followed by Drawn and the Filbert, but Rising Prince is going to canter in. Wins by 3 lengths to Roman Artist. Drawn is third, ahead to the Filbert fourth. 3 lengths away, King Phoenix and Fox Seal, followed by Kingdom Bay, Acumen, then Riverdale, Delightful Bell, further back from Centauria, well back Spirit of Kingston and Hay, and 100 metres away last is Importune.
Yes, well, he ran right up to a very good performance in the Caulfield Cup last week by taking out the Cox Plate. Rising Prince at 7-1. Roman Artist, tremendous effort second at 16-1. And Drawn an honest run third. Forward the favourite here, Caledonian Boy at 9-4. He disobeyed instructions, but it certainly turned out the right way.
The Cox Plate was the 12th win from a career total of 41 starts for Rising Prince, who was bred at Rocklear Stud, Bathurst, New South Wales by Mrs. Violet Stein.
Try Shell, light on. Away they go. Jumped pretty well. Heat of the moment a bit slow with Centre Tone Phil. Rebecca Gay couldn't gather any speed. Golden Twig away fast early. Shinakima hard ridden, looks like crossing over the Sydney filly. Travel Light was away well. 100 Mrs. Mannering. A length and a half to centre, pulling hard. Rebecca Gay is last and going past at heat of the moment. Still crawling with 800 to go. And a bit more than that, 1,000. Shinakima 2 lengths to Tone Phil. On the inside, next Golden Twig from Pam Phil. Around the outside, Normandy Bay. Travel Light getting a good run. Further back, Twirled. Sudden well back through the field. Dolces has never been on the track. Rainfast in that group of horses. Mrs. Mannering as well. Canny Lass just in front of Mrs. Mannering. Heat of the moment about 4 wide, making a run centre. And gee, Rebecca Gay would want to be far lap to win. She's back last. Up to the turn. 600 to go. Shinakima led a length to Tone Phil, about to pounce. Golden Twig the rail from Pam Phil. Normandy Bay. Travel Light going for a rails run. Twirled hook to the outside. Travel Light about to get out. Further back, Dolcezza, Canny Lass. Rebecca Gay second last. Shinakima at the 300. Tone Phil trying to get to it. Travel Light trying to get through from Golden Twig. Out wide, heat of the moment, starting to fly from Dolcezza. Rebecca Gay can't win, but heat of the moment can. She's taken the lead. Beck's got a chance to get the Quinella. Shinakima second from Travel Light, but heat of the moment sprints away to win the Wakefield. A length Shinakima, third Travel Light, Dolcezza. Gee, Rebecca Gay.
The next stepped out in the Group 2 Wakefield Stakes at Flemington on Derby Day.
Second last. Shinakima at the 300. Tone Phil trying to get to it. Travel Light trying to get through from Golden Twig. Out wide, heat of the moment, starting to fly from Dolcezza. Rebecca Gay can't win, but heat of the moment can. She's taken the lead. Beck's got a chance to get the Quinella. Shinakima second from Travel Light, but heat of the moment sprints away to win the Wakefield. A length Shinakima. Heat of the 5. Shinakima 5.35. Travel Light $1.10. Quinella 55.90. A big try. Race 5, the Victoria Derby, East at 2.40. Handy Proverb 3.45. Indian Raj 8.90. Down to Salustrious 4 even. Down to number 9 of the light. Perfect day at Flemington. Light on. Gates crash open. Reasonable start. Dingle Bay was a bit slow. Dipman's riding Easter along in the early stages. Wise Decision away well with Acumen, and also Sinbad showing speed with Solar Aspect Southampton. Illustrious 5 wide on the first turn. Easter just behind him from I'm a Red Man. Born to be Queen won off the rail. Splendid speed the fence from Propeller Fragilistic. In Question improving. Born to be Queen's got well back with Easter. Another length to Handy Proverb as they're starting to stretch out in this. A length and a half further back, Tristram's Edition. Propeller the outside of it. 2 lengths to Indian Raj. 2 lengths away, Dexterous, and Dingle Bay's last. About 900 out. Wise Decision led Solar Aspect. 2 lengths away then to Fragilistic and Acumen. A length and a half further back in the field to Southampton outside of Sinbad. Illustrious the outside, moving around them, Splendid Speed. A length further back in the field to I'm a Red Man. Unquestioned taken to the outside. Illustrious lost his posse when they sprinted. Easter's been hooked out about 5 wide, starting to improve. Dingle Bay well back. Born to be Queen coming with a run. Trying to thread a way through, and further back then to Dexterous into the straight. Wise Decision headed off by Solar Aspect. Acumen coming at them 3 wide. Illustrious starting to wind up again. I'm a Red Man goes to the rail. Further back on the field, Easter out wide with Born to be Queen and Tristram's Edition. A line of about 5. Acumen burst through to lead. Handy Proverb coming with a run. Then Born to be Queen. Further back, Easter and Tristram's Edition. It's Acumen and Handy Proverb stride for stride in the derby. Handy Proverb's taken the lead. He's drawn a half in front and he's going to be too strong. Wins a length from Acumen. In third placing about 2 lengths away would have been Born to be Queen. Next home, Tristram
to go from Sir Illustrious, and Handy Proverb getting clear. Born to be Queen and Easter. Acumen drew clear at the 200. Handy Proverb pegging him back. It's Acumen, Handy Proverb from Born to be Queen. Acumen and Handy Proverb go to the post together. Handy Proverb's doing best and wins the derby. 3/4 of a length to Acumen, 2 lengths to Born to be Queen.
But it was Handy Proverb who was able to stay, and that Caulfield Cup run certainly should have been dismissed out of a lot of people's minds. I didn't.
The win was the first in Victoria for leading Sydney trainer Brian Mayfield Smith, but winning jockey Jim Cassidy was no stranger to headquarters, having captured
to be a fairly even collection, with the 3-year-olds repeatedly showing they were just as good, if not better, than the older performers. After an excellent performance in running just behind the place-getters in the Wait for Age Moir Stakes, the well-performed Lord Ballina was set for the Gadsden Sprint at Flemington on Derby Day.
Right on. Gates crash open, away they go. Base Fee looks like she might come over though. Wing Richfield's lad behind him. Further back, Barnstorming, Base Fee. Well out of it, Lord Ballina with Try Shell, and also behind them, Bullion Breaker, Wing Kill, and on her own, Ruby Azar. 500 out, Touch of Genius just led. Peach Choice, Aqualone going very well. 2 lengths to Slick Draw. Lord Galaxy being wound up. New Atlantis with a mighty run. Then Yasuk out wide of Lord Ballina. Further out on the track, Richfield's lad and Ruby Azar down the outside. With 300 to go, New Atlantis burst to the lead, but Lord Ballina's challenging quickly. Behind them, Aqualone from Richfield's lad. Lord Ballina's going home too well. He drew level with New Atlantis, and Lord Ballina's going to be too good. 3/4 of a length, New Atlantis. Bullion.
the Gadsden.
Peach Choice, Try Shell, They couldn't win this one. It's been a tough race for the top weights. River Rough changed that around last year. Lord Ballina today. There's the LKS McKinnon Stakes. Rising Prince $1.55. Greatness $7.60. The Filbert $2.25. Lack of Reason $1.65. Late Show $13.65. Gates crash open. Away they go. Late Show last early. Rising Prince straight to the front. Greatness away well with Ivana. Beginning well with Sir Zephyr. Lack of Reason midfield. Just behind it on settling down is Sprightly Native. Also the Filbert, Rose and Thistle. Raise Your Spirits as show. Rising Prince going very well by 2 lengths to Ivana at the 1,000. On its outside, So Vague. A length further back to Sir Zephyr. Lack of Reason, the rail. A length and a half to Greatness outside the Filbert, who's had a nice run. Rose and Thistle 3 deep. Raise Your Spirits to the inside. 3rd last, Sprightly Native. 2nd last, What a Nuisance, and Late Show last. Well, he's had it very easy in the lead at the 800. Rising Prince looks to be bolting. 3 lengths to Ivana. 3 lengths away, Lack of Reason, who got a rails run from So Vague. Then the Filbert, Sir Zephyr being asked to sprint. Lost his posse there momentarily. Then Rose and Thistle, Greatness, Raise Your Spirits. Taken to the outside, Sprightly Native, What a Nuisance, and Late Show last. Into the straight, Rising Prince kicked about 2.5 in front of Ivana. Lack of Reason, the rail, So Vague. Sir Zephyr from Greatness out wide of Rose and Thistle. Sprightly Native, Late Show still last. Rising Prince has got a good lead. He's 3 lengths in front of So Vague, Lack of Reason. Then Ivana further back on the field to the field, but he's home and hose, this Rising Prince. He's 2 or 3 in front of So Vague, running on the field, but in Lack of Reason. What a nuisance late, but he's a mighty weight for age horse. Rising Prince, 2 lengths So Vague, 3rd the Filbert, 4th probably Greatness, then Ivana, What a Nuisance, Lack of Reason.
In fashion. Keep your eye on the horses making ground just behind the place getters.
He's getting into the leader now. Lack of Reason moving up on the inside of So Vague, and then followed Greatness. Rising Prince in front. He's gone for the whip at the 300, but he's still 3 lengths in front of So Vague. Then came Ivana, Lack of Reason and the Filbert, but Rising Prince holding them safely at bay. So Vague trying hard, but Rising Prince, he's run them off their legs and he's bolted in. Rising Prince goes on to win by 2 lengths to So Vague. The Filbert got up for 3rd.
In the race.
Well, maybe at last we've found a weight for age horse this spring, because it's been a long time coming. He's won the Cox Plate and also the McKinnon Stakes. This horse is a brave galloper. His list of credits are now long and impressive. He won the Villiers Summer Cup double in Sydney last year. He then went on to win the Chipping Norton and the Queen Elizabeth Stakes in the autumn. And he's come back close up in the Epsom, won the Cox Plate, the greatest weight for age race of them all. And now the Group 1 LKS McKinnon. He joined some of the great horses again, and Phil Gibbs is in the mounting yard at the moment. 25, $1.40 and 75 Rising Prince, 2.40 So Vague, 85 the Filbert, Quinella 16.05, trifecta $137.55.
Melbourne had enjoyed magnificent weather throughout the spring carnival, but on Cup Eve the heavens opened and Flemington was doused with 15 millimetres of rain. Naturally, the rain was the answer to the prayers of many trainers and the realisation of a nightmare for others. Betting on the Melbourne Cup was, as always, fast and furious, with an estimated $65 million bet on the race throughout Australia. A huge plunge was launched on the Caulfield Cup runner-up Our Sophia, to be ridden by Melbourne Cup specialist Harry White. The Victoria Racing Club was fortunate in attracting all the best stayers in training. The New Zealand invasion was on again. All the major lead-up winners were there. And although conditions were wet underfoot, over 77,000 racegoers flocked to Flemington to watch the first $1 million race ever run outside America, the 1985 Foster's Melbourne Cup.
Feeder Awar away well with Under Oath and Tristark. Black Knight ridden hard early to hold a position from Fox Seal. Rising Prince easing over towards the lead with Butternut, and they were followed wider out on the rightly native Late Show, and 3 lengths to Kiwi last. 1,100 to go in the Cup. The leader, Our Boyfriend, 1 length to Rising Prince, 1.5 lengths, Coiro, Corrie May and Butternut. 2 lengths to Lack of Reason on the outside of Feeder Awar. 1 to Black Knight getting forward from Sir Zephyr. On the outside, Under Oath, 1 length to Tristark, looking for a run from Silver Award, Dusky Legend. Then Tripsicum, Our Sophia still back about 17th, and Kiwi 2 lengths last with Late Show in front of it. On the turn, 6.50 to go. Our Boyfriend, 1 length, Rising Prince. 1 away came Butternut, Coiro, Corrie May from Lack of Reason, Under Oath. Then Dusky Legend to the outside. Tristark trying to get a run. Black Knight badly squeezed up, and Kiwi going to the inside. In the straight, Our Boyfriend the leader. Rising Prince is gone. Our Boyfriend kicked 2 in front of Butternut, Coiro, Corrie May. Feeder Awar's running on, and What a Nuisance. What a Nuisance getting out with a good run. Tripsicum is coming home well on the outside. Tristark is next. Our Sophia a long way back with Kiwi on the rails. 200 to go, and Butternut and Coiro, Corrie May got to Our Boyfriend. What a Nuisance coming at them. Here's Tripsicum with a late run, but might be too late. What a Nuisance and Coiro, Corrie May. They're hit it together. What a Nuisance won the Cup. A nose to Coiro, Corrie May. I think Tripsicum might have got third.
Fear starting to thread her way through, but well back. Kiwi, I don't know if he can win today. Mapley Heights second last, and back with Mapley Heights, Hay-I and Late Show. Our Boyfriend 2 in front of Butternut. Then Coiro, Corrie May. What a Nuisance. Feeder was under the whip. Tristark went to the fence from Tripsicum. I'm a Prince coming with a great run. Coiro, Corrie May's got to this one. Our Boyfriend with Butternut. What a Nuisance. I'm a Prince and Feeder War. What a Nuisance goes to Coiro, Corrie May. Coiro, Corrie May, and What a Nuisance. What a Nuisance wins the Foster's Melbourne Cup. A nose to Coiro, Corrie May. Third and flashing up would have been Tripsicum. In that group of horses, Butternut, with also Feeder War and I'm a Prince and Trip missed.
And What a Nuisance has just won from Coiro, Corrie May, Tripsicum, Feeder War and Butternut.
Lloyd Williams, the part owner of What a Nuisance, won the Cup with just a dash. And this is the greatest moment for a jockey in the southern hemisphere. Yep. There's no...
What a Nuisance is anything but a pedigree buff's delight. Here's by the deceased St. Parkle, best remembered as the sire of Sydney Cup winner Upik. The Cup winner's female...
For the outside fence, but in the next race, keep your eyes on Challaware because his jockey makes a right-hand turn. I've never seen anything quite like it at Flemington.
Ready, racing. Jumped pretty well. Dithyrus, one of the first out from Colonial Flag, Rose and Thistle, and Xobar's Boy going towards the lead with Lagana, Challaware. Rocky Ruler prominent early, dropping back to the rear. Naliska, Hawaiian Blue, and past the baton, and Colonial Flag gets back fourth last. It's dropping right out of it next, and then past the baton, and Peckham, I guess, being hard-ridden. Next, Naliska and Hawaiian Blue last. Dithyrus eased out about 8 off the fence, has taken the lead from Xobar's Boy at the 800. 2 lengths away, Lagana and Rose and Thistle and Colonial Flag all going pretty well. Challaware's decided to stick to the rails, and then Puckle Harbour running on from past the baton. Peckham, I guess, is under the whip and doing nothing, and then Naliska to the outside. Xobar's Boy in front again on the rails with Challaware now switching right out. The leader, Xobar's Boy, tackling at Dithyrus. Challaware, he's gone at right angles to the outside fence. And then Rose and Thistle running on well from Lagana, Colonial Flag. Xobar's Boy in front over on the flat side rail with 300 to go from Dithyrus. In third placing, Rose and Thistle, and then Challaware out wide. Xobar's Boy in front. Challaware's got it, I reckon, out wide, tackling it now. Xobar's Boy in front of Dithyrus and Challaware. He might hang on. Xobar's Boy is still in front. Challaware's pegging him back rapidly near the line, though. Challaware's getting him, it'll win. Challaware's got up to win. Dithyrus or Xobar's Boy's second. Fourth is Hawaiian Blue from Lagana.
Well, it was a winning move by Robert Heffernan, but later stipendiary stewards told him that they would not condone such riding from him or any other jockey in future. Challaware started at 8-1, Dithyrus at 9, Xobar's Boy at 15-1, the Cornella 7 and 12 paid $12.90, the Trifecta 530.
They go, and they've jumped away in a pretty fair line too. We're getting away fairly, Prince of Aragon. Golden Lantern showing plenty of speed towards the outside, and Vain Meram. Also, Romantic Game has gone up towards the leaders as they settle down with Top of the Bay, and Spider's Bay going through along the inside rail. Up by the 700, Golden Lantern out wide in front of Bowtime, Romantic Game, Prince of Aragon, and Vain Meram moving up to them. Top of the Bay's lost its place, Spider Bay next. Then Cossack Warrior around the outside of the next bunch of runners, and they're followed by Ruling Bounty, and back towards the rear, Loddon Flash and Drought. In the straight, Golden Lantern bounded away about 2.5 lengths to Romantic Game. Cossack Warrior running on with Vain Meram, and then Prince of Aragon, Top of the Bay, and Mr. Moe down the outside with a late run. Golden Lantern starting to weaken a little bit, coming after him, Romantic Game at the 200-metre mark. Here's Drought out wide with Mr. Moe. Drought is flying. Romantic Game got to the lead. Drought trying to peg it back. Romantic Game and Drought, they go to the line, and Drought's got up. I reckon Drought's got up and won at a nose to Romantic Game. Third, Mr. Moe. Fourth, Cossack Warrior. They were followed by Golden Lantern.
Well, you don't see horses come from last in 1,000-metre races at Sandown too often. That was a top performance by Drought at 25-1. Romantic Game 7-1, Mr. Moe at 4-1, and Bowtime the favourite finishing well back at 11-4. One of the big ones of the day, the Sandown Guineas, race 4 over the metric mile, and the popular pick was Roman Artist at 5-2.
Riders on their romp, and away they go. And they've jumped on the outside. One of the first to get going out there was Classic Concept and Crossroads. They go now, and Crossroads led about a half length. The Roman Artist working up on the outside, a length Classic Concept. New Atlantis ridden in behind them, fourth from Dynamic Dancer, a length to Tavros, Rasflyer, Prince Gaylord. Then Palatinsky followed by Wise Decision, Rajput, Sars, Boris, Shankill Lass taken to the outside from Acumen, Charge d'Affaires and Look Alert. On the turn, 600 out. Roman Artist now moved up and got about a head in front of Crossroads. The two Sydney siders, they're 3 lengths in front of Dynamic Dancer. Then came Tavros, followed by New Atlantis, and on the outside, Palatinsky. Into the straight, and Roman Artist took the lead narrowly from Crossroads. 4 lengths to Prince Gaylord. Palatinsky starting to run on pretty well. Then Shankill Lass at the head of the others from Sars Boris, but Roman Artist broke clear. 2 in front of the 200 from Palatinsky, and Shankill Lass down the outside. Roman Artist clear. He's stopping a little bit. He's still 2 in front of Shankill Lass, grabbing him quickly. Roman Artist going up and down in the one place, and Shankill Lass is going to get up and grab it on the line. Shankill Lass a neck to Roman Artist, Palatinsky third. Fourth was Sars Boris, and then about 3 lengths to Tavros, Charge d'Affaires, Crossroads, Weekend.
The The only female in the race, and what a mighty filly she is. Shankill Lass at 9-2, taking out the guineas from the 5-2 favourite Roman Artist.
After that great second to Avon's Lord, Bone Crusher improved to become the outstanding 3-year-old in New Zealand. In the Derby, rival jockeys ensured the pace was on throughout, hoping that Bone Crusher, being by a sprinting bred sire, would weaken at the 2,400 metre journey.
Then followed Sir Sydney a half away. Then followed a length and a half. Chief Cochise giving ground. Bone Crusher poked up on the inside of it. Flight Bijou's in that group with on a bridle. 150 to go in the Derby, and it's Sharp Ace the leader. And Teos on its outside. Sir Sydney's a length and a half behind them. Random Chance the run of the race. On a Bright coming into it. Then Flight Bijou, Bone Crusher both buried into the straight. 400 metres to go. Sharp Ace tackled by Antaeus, but Bone Crusher shot to the lead, and Flight Bijou's now setting out after him. Bone Crusher in front though. He's 200 metres to go. He's got 2 lengths on. By out wide Flight Bijou and Random Chance. Bone Crusher still in front. Flight Bijou now coming at him hard. Bone Crusher in front. Flight Bijou's closing. Bone Crusher running about, but he's still in front. Flight Bijou trying to pull him back. Bone Crusher in front, and he's won the Derby. Second is Flight Bijou. Next behind them, Random Chance.
We now name did not apply to New Zealand, where one filly, Royal Heights, stood out. Royal Heights won 4 of her first 6 starts, and consequently went into the Group 1 New Zealand Oaks at Trentham on January 20, a short price favourite. The filly's supporters were in for a shock when jockey Warwick Robinson rode her hard from Barrier Rise.
Rose, they're up. Way they go in the Oaks. French Polish made a good beginning from wide out. Pauline's Girl, and here's Royal Heights from right on the outside, is scampering along, and it's going to try and take over the running. And as they settle down now, Royal Heights is going to be the leader from Opal Flash and Style Girl. Making her run, but she's going to be wide. On the corner they come in the Oaks, 400 to go, and Empire Rose led them in from Oda 12. Royal Heights now immediately challenges. They were followed by Imperial Angel, Hexagonal working into the clearers, followed by Chanson de Bois, then Opal Flash, Sea Dreamer, and a bit far away French Polish and Amethyst. 200 left to go. Royal Heights and Empire Rose the first 2. Sea Dreamer out wide. Oda 12 battling on, but it's Royal Heights to the outside now from Empire Rose. Oda 12 lying third. Sea Dreamer finishing well. It's Royal Heights, Oda 12, and on the inside Empire Rose, but Royal Heights is too good. She's won it. Second home would have been Empire Rose, Oda 12, third. Then
Royal Heights has a pedigree well known to Australian racing and breeding followers. She's by Sir Tristram from the Battle Wagon.
Second went to Hula Chief, and this is a pretty impressive performance, and a good ride also by Ron Quinton. Now, he also is angling for a run here. Has a bit of trouble getting through near the inside, but once he gets into the clear, Hula Chief goes right on with it.
Hula Chief angling for the inside run. Then Astral Ruler and Inconceivable and Jewel of Light very wide out. Hula Chief couldn't get up on the inside. Cryptic Versus gained the lead now from Tegan Mass. Hula Chief getting a saloon run now. Here comes Hula Chief. Oh, he's gobbling up Cryptic Verse. Away goes the favourite. And Hula Chief, that's all he needed, the run. He got it when it...
Mick Dittman on Bounding Away, who eased dramatically in the betting. 2's out to 7-2, but scored very easily.
Bounding Away went to the lead. Tromper goes to second on top of the rise. Hit the Star and Observed are both running home powerfully from Monreality. Bounding Away is the leader with 100 left to run. Going to second is Observed on the outside from Tromper and Hit It Star, but Bounding Away at the 100 pay. And bookies are going to pay the penalty for taking the risk because Bounding Away is too good. Bounding Away by a length and a half.
Here's the total as it stands at the moment. For the William Reid Stakes, King Phoenix $6.45 and $1.40. Fine offer at $17.30. Bahar $10.65 and $1.80. Campaign King, the crack colt, winner of 9 from 12, and he's showing $85 and $60 for the place. Black Charleston number 9 at $18.95 and $3.40. The Brilliant Filly, the 3-year-old Shankill Lass, $3.50 and $1.05, and Kenny Lass number 11. The other filly in the race with Shankill Lass, Kenny Lass. Racing this time, they've broken a beautiful line too. Karabahar, one of the best to begin. Campaign King came out running quickly, getting up on the inside just behind the lead. West Mayo going fast. A gap in Delightful Bell around the outside. Shankill Lass 8 lengths from the lead. A gap in the field to our Sophia. King Phoenix pulled out wide, and Kenny Lass last of all. At the school, the leader West Mayo by a length and a half. Campaign King is running beautifully up to second. On the outside of him, Fine Offer tried to put him into a pocket. White got Campaign King off the fence. Fine Offer went up on the outside of him. 2 to Karabahar, or he's in a bit of trouble. Campaign King, he was checked there by Fine Offer. 3.50 out the leader West Mayo from Fine Offer. 2 to Campaign King. He pulls to the outside. King Phoenix pulled out wide. Shankill Lass is a long way back, and Kenny Lass getting out. They turn for home, and Fine Offer took the lead. King Phoenix is out after in the centre. Fine Offer and Campaign King battling on. It's Fine Offer the leader, 150 to go. Campaign King and King Phoenix on the outside. West Mayo coming again. 4 in line. Campaign King, West Mayo, they hit it. Oh, might be Campaign King, a nose to West Mayo, nothing in it. They turn for home and Fine Offer took the lead. King Phoenix is out after in the centre, Fine Offer and Campaign King battling on. It's Fine Offer the leader, 150 to go. Campaign King and King Phoenix on the outside. West Mayo coming again. 4 in line, Campaign King, West Mayo, they hit it. Oh, might be Campaign King a nose to West Mayo, nothing in it. Close up, King Phoenix on the outside from Fine Offer, then Shankiel Lass, Karabahar. In a great finish with a long stride right on the post. And he's right in this King side, West Mayo, the rail. 4 in line with about 20 metres to go. And the riders, and number 8, he's got there, the colt's got there, Campaign King. Number 8, Campaign King on the post. Put him into a pocket and White had to check him. And this outstanding colt has got going again, and the crowd going wild as Campaign King, who's boomed as the great sprinter in the land at the moment, has overcome that check and that. And we're going to go back and have a look at this incident. It happened with about 350 metres to go, coming up towards the Stirling 25 sign. So we'll roll that replay from about the 400 metre mark. And let's go back and check this action. 147 seconds, and as I mentioned, it would have been a tragedy had he been beaten, because he's put up a mighty performance after being pratted.
Stakes, and a great win here to the 3-year-old Drawn. Didn't have much in reserve at the finish, but he was able to hold off Heat of the Moment by a half head.
Running this bloke down, Rising Prince, providing his condition holds out. As they straighten up now, Rising Prince, 3/4 feeling fit, a length and a half to Drawn, and then most impressive and Handy Proverb hooking to the outside with Heat of the Moment. Langby goes for Rising Prince at the 200, feeling fit, and now Drawn and Heat of the Moment join Rising Prince. Now it's Drawn taking the lead from Rising Prince. Heat of the Moment is after Drawn. Drawn just in front of Heat of the Moment, and Drawn's wanted in.
Very classy 3-year-old Hula Chief from the Bart Cummings stable took out the 7th event and did it in very impressive style. He's moving up into a good third at the home turn.
Swiftly Roman from Chilada, Indian Rajan tailed off his Whiskey Kingdom. They swing around the home corner in the Royal Sovereign Stakes, and Slave Trade leads by 3/4, gliding out a length away third, but coming into it is the favourite Hula Chief very quickly. Chanticleer hooking 4 wide from Swift Cheval, but Hula Chief takes over coming down to the 200 metres, and Hula Chief kicks away from gliding out Swift Cheval and Chanticleer, but at the 100, and it's all Hula Chief at this stage. Second on the outside, Swift Cheval. Chanticleer kicks back, but Hula Chief is a mile too good. Hula Chief by 2 lengths Chanticleer. A nose away third was Swift Cheval.
There's the main one, the Debonair and Caledonian Boy. Handy second at this stage. He gets clear, and then True Version stakes his claim, but just wasn't able to peg back Caledonian Boy.
And then Baptized trying to get out. Raj put at the 400, led from Caledonian Boy. Gouchy's out on True Version now, then Baptized, followed by Rajput and Farristan. Caledonian Boy hit the front. True Version coming at him at the 200, and they're followed by Farristan. True Version gradually getting to Caledonian Boy. He won't give in, Caledonian Boy. He's ahead in front. True Version trying hard. Caledonian Boy. He's won it, Caledonian Boy, I reckon. A nose to True Version. About 4 lengths.
And Caledonian Boy getting to Rajput. True Version's into the clear. Gouchy gives him full bore. He's out after Caledonian Boy, and then Baptized, followed by Farristan. Caledonian Boy and Nick in front. True Version trying to reach him. Caledonian Boy hanging on. True Version coming at him on the last few strides. Head and head, nothing between them. Caledonian Boy might have won at the nose to True Version. 3 or 4 lengths to Baptized third. Then
what a great finish, and Caledonian Boy got the prize by half a head. A courageous win and a top ride by Pat Hyland.
Was the Queen of the South Stakes.
In the straight, Star Style Girl got to the leader, which is Deedle. Out wide on the track, Playful Princess starting to wind up. Beaumont Babes into the clear too, Star Style Girl. And here's Canny Lass out deep. She's going to tip them all out, I think. Canny Lass is coming home like a train out wide. She'll go on with Beaumont Babe to fight it out. No, Canny Lass is drawing away. She's the Queen of the South for Southwark. And Canny Lass wins at 2 on the line to Beaumont Babe. Playful Princess. Mrs. Fitzherbert got home for 4th.
And the winner, Canny Lass, 6-1, Beaumont Babe, 10s, and Playful Princess, the favourite. Now, this is the first of the Blue Diamond Preludes. Number 1, She Flies, $1.20 and 70. Inchydoney, 1935 and 505. 3 bound. There's the light. Racing. And Panda Bay missed it rather badly at the start. And Black and Beautiful slow, bounding away, got away well with Missenden Jet and Sheer Star. She Flies has headed them all off on the inside.
and Fashion Fun's going up quickly with Well Tuned behind those horses. And further back in the field then is Mixed Blessing, Missin and Jet dropping back on the outside, and Black and Beautiful making up some ground. Then Wolverton Lady, and they were followed further back by Dreelburn Miss. Panda Bay is back near the rear, and Inchidoni is last with Lucky Lotto. On the turn now, and She Flies led from Well Tuned about a half length. On the outside is Caronay. Pelor Star looking for a run on the inside from Fashion Fun, and they were followed further back in the field then by Mixed Blessing, who's putting in a good run. With 200 to go, She Flies in front. Mixed Blessing's out after it on the outside from Pelor Star. Bounding away, starting to come home well from Well Tuned. Mixed Blessing got to the lead on the outside, bounding away, and La Zip getting through on the fence, bounding away, took the lead, and it'll win it. About a neck to La Zip and a head to Mixed Blessing third. She Flies weakened to be fourth from Pelor Star. They were
moment bounding away 285 and 115. La Zip 120 and Mixed Blessing. Three Mighty Avenger 165 and 65. 4 Pochinella 670 and 175. 5 West Mayo 465 and 130. 6 Miners Man 475 and $1.05. 7 Delightful Bell 135 and 65. 8 Acumen 735 and 235. 9 Black Charleston 8.
Racing caught them reasonably well, although Anchor had dwelt slightly in his last. When they settled down, Mighty Avenger, one of the first out with Miners Man, and West Mayo racing towards the lead from Delightful Bell. Then Formal Address, 2 lengths Imperial Delightful Bell, 1 to Formal Address and a length and a half Imperial Regina, 2 to Pochinella, Anchor, a Handcrafted and Acumen. Down to the 800, West Mayo by 3 lengths to Miners Man, a half length Black Charleston, Mighty Avenger in behind them. Delightful Bell's gone up to its girth and Formal Address 3 deep, and they're out 3 lengths Imperial Regina, Anchor, a Pochinella, Handcrafted Acumen. Jury's gone for home on West Mayo up the 600, he's 6 lengths in front from Miners Man. Black Charleston on the outside, Formal Address. Mighty Avenger badly held up, and Delightful Bell pushing through in the centre, clear of Anchor, and then came at the head of the others, Imperial Regina. 400 out on the turn, West Mayo about 3 lengths to Black Charleston, Miners Man. Mighty Avenger going for a split between them from Delightful Bell. At the 300, West Mayo 4 lengths in front of Mighty Avenger and Delightful Bell, both under pressure. Bobby Jury's throwing everything at West Mayo. Can he keep going? Delightful Bell coming out after him from Mighty Avenger and Imperial Regina. West Mayo in front. Delightful Bell's grabbing him near the line, and Delightful Bell's won it by a head to West Mayo. 3 lengths away third, Mighty Avenger. Then came Imperial Regina, followed by Handcrafted. Next, Black Charleston, and then number 7 is the winner, Delightful Bell, ridden by M. Clark. Number 7, Delightful Bell, M. Clark first. Number 5, West Mayo, ridden by R. Dury, was second.
Good pay totes. Delightful Bell 125 and 60. West Mayo 115 and Mighty Avenger. And she now has had 24 starts and she's won 10 of them. A wonderful, wonderful record. That's almost a 40%.
Avon Angel both engaged. At Sea's drawn barrier 4, Black with a yellow sash. You can see that winner, Foster's Caulfield Cup winner, having her first start since the Foster's Melbourne Cup, has drawn barrier 5. Small but select field, they're off.
It's time. He jumped okay at sea. Actually, Avon Angel beat him out about a neck, and settling Avon Angel a half length at sea, a length of the West Aussie Concrete, 2 Riverdale, 1.5 to 3/4 Tristark. Coming past the 800 metres, and it's Avon Angel by 3/4 of a length on at sea. A length and a quarter Concrete, 4 Riverdale, and last is Tristark. No change in the order. 600 out on the expressway, and Avon Angel, she's travelled nicely in the lead. She is in front now. In fact, she's booted away. Avon Angel 2 lengths at sea, and Beedman's working hard on the favourite. Concrete third, 2 Riverdale, 4 lengths Tristark. Around the bend they come. It's Avon Angel leading 3 lengths. At sea's not going on with it. Now as they come to the 200, Avon Angel 2.5 lengths on Concrete, and 3 lengths further away is Riverdale. But at the 150, it's all Avon Angel. Concrete second, third Riverdale, fourth Tristark. At sea stopped to a walk, but Avon Angel wins untouched. Avon Angel over Concrete. Third was Riverdale, fourth Tristark, and At Sea, well, he's finished tailed off in last position. And
incredible there. You wouldn't believe that. At Sea, but 4 to date, had 11 starts for 9 wins and 2 placings, never out of a place. And in this race today, he's third at the moment and about to go backwards. But Avon Angel, a class mare, you can see her in front. She's now won 9 out of 15. and won more than 200,000. She's a brilliant sprinter. It's owned by one of the biggest bookmakers in Australia, Dominic Byrne. And Malcolm Johnston had a look back there and he saw that he had the West Aussie Concrete well beaten, so the Western Australians have run second in the big two races. Riverdale, not a bad run first up. Tristark, a long way away, but you wouldn't expect her to be much closer, and I'm sure she'll run.
Getting third at 14 to 1. One of the big ones of the day was the fourth event, the Lightning Stakes over 1,000 metres. A great clash coming up here between Campaign King, Touch of Genius and Hewlett Chief, and Campaign King was the favourite at 6 to 4.
Away they go. Campaign King began quickly, so did Rory's Jester from Hewlett Chief. Out wide are Mike Aroa, Desolante and Touch of Genius going up on the outside from Sir Brittany, and dropping out to last is Hippity Hop with Dazzling Duke and Asher Star in front of it. Mike Aroa crossed with Sir Brittany to lead a half length to Touch of Genius, a length to Campaign King the rails. Then Rory's Jester in the centre from Hewlett Chief, it's outside Desolante, Asher Star. They were followed further back in the field by Dazzling Duke and tailed off last in the field Hippity Hop. With about 600 to go, Touch of Genius got to the lead, but Campaign King got the split to join it. Then on the outside, Rory's Jester, Hewlett Chief's in trouble. Asher Star got knocked over. Campaign King's gone. Touch of Genius, the leader from Rory's Jester, and here's Dazzling Duke coming at the lot of them. Hewlett Chief getting out near the line. Rory's Jester broke clear. Hewlett Chief grabbing it from Dazzling Duke. Hewlett Chief's going home best, and it'll win. Hewlett Chief gets up the win from Rory's Jester, Dazzling Duke third, Touch of Genius fourth. Then Desolante, Campaign King knocked up very badly next. Then Mike Aroa, Sir Brittany, and they were followed further back in the field by Hippity Hop and Asher Star last.
Hewlett Chief at 13 to 4, and he's going to start a very short price favourite now in the Newmarket. A most impressive win. Rory's Jester second at 5 to 1. Dazzling Duke at 20 to 1. The favourite.
Introduction of a new race at Flemington, and one of which we'll see a great deal more. The Victoria Racing Club developed the concept of a championship mile race for 3-year-olds and called it appropriately the Australian Guineas. Aided by sponsorship from Cadbury's, the Australian Guineas boasted first season prize money of $100,000 and was accorded Group 3 status. But with an advantage under the set weight conditions at 1,600 metres, True Version was confidently back to avenge that defeat.
Gates crash open and he jumped well. Baptise was a little slow, and Dartel was one of the last with Besterberg. Black Charleston's being ridden hard early and he'll lead Caledonian Boy. 100 make it 6-7 to Caledonian Boy. Raj put third, a length and a half away then to Farristan. The True Version between horses. Then Normandy Bay, about a length and a half, Baptise and Shake Your Lass. They're both coming together. 3 lengths further back, Besterberg, Dartel and Linker's Choice. Black Charleston led 8 lengths into the straight at the 500. Caledonian Boy second. On the outside next, Raj put True Version, got caught a bit. Farristan the outside, Shankill Lass winds up with Baptise. At the 400, Black Charleston 2 lengths, Caledonian Boy. True Version took a split from Farristan and Shankill Lass. It's Caledonian Boy going for a rails run. True Version explodes to the front. Then Black Charleston, Shankill Lass at the 200. True Version's raced away from Caledonian Boy, Baptise and Shankill Lass. He's got it won. The last time we'll see him in Victoria. What a finale. True Version by 3 lengths to Caledonian Boy. Black Charleston a mighty
Normandy Bay and Baptise into the straight, 500 to go. Black Charleston 3 lengths, Caledonian Boy out after him from Rajput. Then True Version, he's trying to get out. He has got out, and Shankill Lass struggling. Caledonian Boy getting up on the inside of Black Charleston, and True Version coming at them on the outside. Shankill Lass is not in it. True Version's day to day, I reckon. He raced up to Caledonian Boy and took the lead. Oh, he needed that run all right. He's coming away from Caledonian Boy, Black Charleston and Shankill Lass, and True Version wins by 2.5 lengths to Caledonian Boy. Black Charleston third, Shankill Lass disappointing fourth. Then came Baptise from Besterberg, Normandy Bay. Well back in the field is Farristan, Rajput, Daytel and last home Linker's Choice.
Yes, well, he's a great horse at his best, and that certainly was his best yesterday. True Version 2 to 1 in favourite, an easy win in the Guineas.
The Australian Guineas was the final racecourse appearance for True Version, who was retired to stand at Widden Stud in New South Wales alongside his famous father, Bletchingley. The Oakley Plate is regarded as the toughest test of the Australian speed horse, because from the moment they jump from the 1100 metre barrier at Caulfield, the pace is on throughout. The 1985 Blue Diamond winner, Let's Get Physical, was favourite, while the position of second favourite was held down by the previous year's Golden Slipper winner, Rory's Jester.
Get Physical began well on the inside. Lord Galaxy and Star Pyramid out wider on the track, and also 500 out. Star Pyramid wide from Skydrop. Gypsy Alert and Art Master a length and a half clear from Ever Ready. Then Let's Fit Physical looking for a run, followed by Coal Pack on the outside. Rory's Jester pulled wide, but he's a mile back. In the straight, Skydrop and Gypsy Alert, the leaders from Ever Ready, getting out Coal Pack and Let's Get Physical. Here's Coal Pack grabbing them in a few strides out wide on the track to race to the lead now. Lord Galaxy coming from the clouds, but Coal Pack's going to canter in. Wins by about 2.5 lengths to Lord Galaxy and knows away third on the inside.
Coal Pack is bred on a cross of two of the most influential stallions in Western Australian history. He's by the versatile Hall Pack, who sired 7 stakes winners for the season, out of a mare by the Crusher. Didn't contest the Wellington Derby, but was eased up with a view to taking on the Dominion's best weight for age performers in the Group 1 Air New Zealand Stakes.
By 2.5. Eva Grace second, Bone Crusher third. Right there, our Janie, then Clear Gold. Canterbury Bell is next. A half away, Lack of Reason. Then I Beat 'em, then A Bit Like Her. Racing to the 600 metres, Balrani by 2. Bone Crusher moved off the rail now and works up to Eva Grace. Our Janie, Canterbury Bell's tracking Bone Crusher throughout. They come to the turn, 450 to go. Balrani, Bone Crusher is right there. Right there, Eva Grace and Canterbury Bell. They sprint for home. Bone Crusher goes to Balrani. Eva Grace 2 away, then Canterbury Bell asked to go now, but it's Bone Crusher. He slipped away. A good break of 3 at the 250. Canterbury Bell's flat to the boards, and so too is Eva Grace and Lack of Reason, but it's Bone Crusher. He's too good, the colt. He's got ears pricked and he's away by 4 lengths going to the post. A Bit Like Her's charging after him late. Bone Crusher in front. A Bit Like Her's charging home on the inside, but he's too late. Bone Crusher beat A Bit Like Her. Next home was Lack of Reason, then Balrani, then followed Canterbury Bell, our Janie.
One of the early autumn races which has improved immeasurably in stature in recent years is the Chipping Norton Stakes, a weight for age race over 1,600 metres at Warwick Farm, and which now boasts $100,000 in prize money. In 1986, the race featured a return to racing of the outstanding 3-year-olds Handy Proverb, Roman Artist and Heat of the Moment, but despite their presence, the previous year's winner Rising Prince was favourite at 5-2.
It's Roman Artist a half length to Rising Prince on the outside and 2 lengths away in third place, Feeling Fit. Another 2.5 to Handy Proverb on the inside of Hall Pack's Image, followed by Indian Raj and Heat of the Moment together. A gap to Tristark, Hard Ridden, followed by Tristram Rose, then Late Show, Import Tune, Sprightly Native, and still Ulyatta's last as the field thunders around the turn. And there's that famous baldy face of Rising Prince on the outside, surging to the lead. Rising Prince took the lead, turning the corner over Roman Artist, but here comes Heat of the Moment. The little filly Heat of the Moment has stormed to them. By crikey, she's good. Heat of the Moment shot to the lead inside the 200 mark. Handy Proverb getting to second, followed by Rising Prince and Indian Raz. But what a bonny little mare. Heat of the Moment raced away to win the Chipping Norton over Handy Proverb with Indian Raz third. Hill thunders around the turn, and there's that famous baldy face of Rising Prince on the outside, surging to the lead. Rising Prince took the lead, turning the corner over Roman Artist, but here comes Heat of the Moment. The little filly Heat of the Moment has stormed to them. By crikey, she's good. Heat of the Moment shot to the lead inside the 200 mark. Handy Proverb getting to second, followed by Rising Prince and Indian Raz. But what a bonny little mare. Heat of the Moment raced away to win the Chipping Norton over Handy Proverb with Indian Raz third.
But it isn't until in Melbourne is hoping his youngster can earn a start in the Blue Diamond Stakes, which was this much doubt that Bounding Away was the best of the fillies, while Bataan was the pick of the coast. Now let's have a look at the big one of the day, the MB Hang 10 Blue Diamond. Bataan 190 and 130, Western 425 and 110, and Bounding Away 2.
And getting away very well was Western Ace in the centre, and also Lockley's Daughter and Opine Trust showing great speed, followed by Isa Jack. When they settle down, Bounding Away has gone up along the inside rail to join Opine Trust in the lead, followed by Isaac and then Mr. Cheap and last Woolvet. Up to the turn with 600 to go, and the leader Bounding Away ahead now to Indeed I Do on the rails. Opine Trust over on the outside of them. Isa Jack struggling a little. Lockley's Daughter moving up out wide. La Zip looking for a run with Vividly. Then came Western Ace at the head of the others, and Bataan making ground out wide. Bounding Away the leader into the straight. Led from Indeed I Do. Then Opine Trust, Lockley's Daughter, Bataan on the outside, but Bounding Away has kicked away. Dittman shot at 2 lengths in front of La Zip. Bataan struggling from Lockley's Daughter, but Bounding Away is living up to its name and is going to walk in. Bounding Away wins the Blue Diamond by 4 lengths. Close for second, Bataan got out wide, bounding away the leader into the straight. Led from Indeed I Do, then Opine Trust, Lockley's daughter, Bataan on the outside, but bounding away has kicked away. Dittman shot at 2 lengths in front of La Zip. Bataan struggling from Lockley's daughter, but bounding away is living up to its name and is going to walk in. Bounding away wins the Blue Diamond by 4 lengths. Close for second, Bataan got second from La Zip. Wolvet flashing home next from...
Bounding away's well clear of Bataan, Lockley's daughter and La Zip, and she's a mighty filly, this one. Bounding away's going to walk the Blue Diamond in. Bataan second, La Zip third, Wolvet flashed up fourth.
And we've had some wonderful winners, and none of them have been able to run as fast as Bounding Away. She ran a record, and the Blue Diamond was a triumph for Tommy Smith, who not only trains the filly, but bred her and owns her as well.
I said a couple of years ago I'd love to win a Golden Slipper more than a Melbourne Cup. So I said I'll set about breeding one. Because I'm a dealer, I just buy and sell my horses. But this year I decided to keep 3 or 4. And I've kept her and I've kept a couple others, and they all look like being the Golden Slipper.
She's going to be pretty hard to beat now.
Oh, she won't get beat this year. She'll go clean sweep.
And she's going to be mighty.
It was probably the easiest win we've seen in a Blue Diamond Stakes since Manicato.
For the way first run around this way, you know, they mostly improved quite a bit. And on Joe, she was going like a rocket on the track.
Yeah, I came down and rode her on the, I think it might have been the Tuesday and the Thursday before the race, and her work was so good. You know, she was working with another 2-year-old we had here at the time, and you know, just running away from him the last furlong and beating him easy. You know, she looked a great chance in the race. I was very keen on her chances leading into the Blue Diamond.
I thought she would win both races. I thought she'd win that race and the Golden Slipper just as easy.
Number 1, Dazzling Duke, $5.05 and $1.60. Fox Seal, $25.25 and $4.90. King Princess, $8.80 and $1.65. Base fee is a scratching. Delightful Bell, $6.55 and $2.20. Number 11, 2, $5 and $4.65. 13 Campaign King, the favourite, $1.40 and $90. 14 Jack, $35, and 18 Shankill Lass, $4.80 and $1. Go. Missing it, try Shell.
The Group 1 Futurity Stakes, run a week later, was the opportunity for top 3-year-old sprinter Campaign King to prove that he could run the journey of 1,400 metres.
He jumped from an inside alley, and he showed us that he didn't like racing on the inside, and I had a big job. I was pushing him along because it was a very fast run race, and he kept responding all the way around the turn.
In the centre, Beaumont Babe is handy, and there's Taj Quillo zooming around them, and Campaign King following it up. They're followed by Playful Princess, Delightful Bell and Dazzling Duke. Taj Quillo hit the front on the corner with West Mayo and Touch of Genius. Then Campaign King followed by Delightful Bell and Dazzling Duke. At the 200, Taj Quillo and Touch of Genius with Campaign King coming at them from Dazzling Duke. Taj Quillo's hit the front. Campaign King trying to grab it with Dazzling Duke. Campaign King got interfered with. It's Taj Quillo in front, but Campaign King's grabbed it and won. Campaign King's won.
He has the orange colours, and watch his finishing effort.
Dazzling Duke, Delightful Bell, Taj Quillo just in front of Touch of Genius at the 200. Campaign King finishing well from Dazzling Duke and King Phoenix Lade. It's Taj Quillo just in front, getting to it. Campaign King, he's running out on him, flying Campaign King. He still gets up and wins a nose to Dazzling Duke. A mighty finish.
Yes, I think that's the most exciting race I've had to call. It was wonderful. Campaign King, Dazzling Duke, Taj Quillo and Fox Hill with a clear run.
That victory took Campaign King's career figures to 12 wins from 15 starts, for earnings of just...
In Victoria is undoubtedly the Newmarket Handicap, a Group 1 sprint run up the famous 1,200-metre Flemington Straight. The Newmarket, which has been sponsored by Sterling for the past 3 years, is usually regarded as the ultimate challenge for form students, although this year most believed they had an edge on the handicapper and accordingly made Hewler Chief favourite at 5-4. Hewler Chief may have been well weighted, but so too were a few others in the event, notably the distinguished South Australian 4-year-old Lockley's Tradition.
Racing. Jumped beautifully. Burano, Mr. Illusion away well. Hewler, Campaign King at the 500, a length and a half. Coalpack, a length further back, Lord Galaxy. Hewler Chief called on. Then Taj Quillo, Beach Gown and Lockley's Tradition. Campaign King at the 400s, grabbed by Coalpack. He looks to have the King beaten, and they're followed by Hewler Chief and Rory's Jester from Lockley's Tradition. But Coalpack shot to the lead. Campaign King's gone. Hewler Chief and Lockley's Tradition starting to run on with Richfield's Lad. Coalpack in front. Hewler Chief's pegging him back from Lockley's Tradition. Tradition, Richfield Lad and Kenny Lass. It's Colpack just in front, Hewlett Chief, and on the outside, Lockley's Tradition. It's won Lockley. Lockley's Tradition's beaten Colpack and Hewlett.
Lockley's Tradition, then Richfield's Lad. It's Colpack in front. Hewlett Chief and Lockley's Tradition come at him. Colpack a half in front. Hewlett Chief drawing level. Lockley's Tradition's coming home too well. The South Aussie's got up. Wins at a half head, Hewlett Chief, and a nose away third, then Colpack, and fourth, Kenny Lass. Behind those horses, Rocky. Oh, it was a thriller. A fabulous finish. They hit it together. 110.6. It's a three-way go. But Lockley's Tradition's won at a nose, Hewlett Chief, and a nose, Colpack, and a nose to Kenny Lass. Sterling Newmarket, Lockley's Tradition, 9.65 and 2.45. Hewlett Chief, 65. Colpack, 1.55. Quinella, 13.10 in the trifecta.
Well, the same day as the VRC conducted the Newmarket, the Sydney Turf Club staged the Star Kingdom Stakes at Rose Hill, and there could not have been a more appropriate winner of the race than a descendant of the legendary Star Kingdom sire line at sea, Australia's champion 3-year-old sprinter on the previous season's classification. He shouldered top weight of 58.5 kilos, but this did not deter punters from sending him out a firm favourite at 6-4.
Waiting for the run home. On the outside now, At Sea moved up the challenge. Foistan, Foreign Editions running a bit of a race at big odds on the inside, and down the outside, Bain Carrioy. But at the 200, and here's the real At Sea today. At Sea charged to the lead from Foistan, battling back. Down the outside, Foreign Edition running home well in company with Pete's Goal, but it's all At Sea. And Darren Beedman lands another big race. At Sea wins by 2 lengths on the line. Foistan.
The lead-up races is the Group 1 Weight for Age Rawson Stakes, decided over 2,000 metres at Rose Hill.
Now they run towards the 1,000 metre mark, and Neil goes past the 800. Inakima now scoots away again. This is a heady ride by young Neil Payne. It got 3 lengths clear of Silver Award being ridden along. Late Show, the Sydney Cup winners on the inside, followed by Ken's Fortune, drawn going up around the outside, and the mare Tristark going with it. Back towards the tail was Tristram Rose, and Ulad is last in the Rawson Stakes. They straighten, and Shinakima kicked. It got a length and 3/4 clear of Late Show on the outside, and here's drawn and Tristark down the outside. Little Neil Payne riding for dear life on Shinakima. It's still in front, but Late Show and Drawn are coming at it on the outside with Tristark. What a race. Late Show got the Shinakima. Drawn on the outside, coming at Late Show. Late Show still in front. Drawn inch by inch, wearing him down, but Late Show for Minor. Half hit on the line, Drawn. Shinakima third. And
as you can imagine, after watching that replay, there were a number of ramifications over the defeat of Drawn. Peter Cook was taken off the colt and replaced by Gavin Duffy.
Marvellous performance in itself. But I think it's safe to say that the Newmarket win alone didn't bring Lockley's Tradition his rightful recognition. However, a week later, trainer Mick Armfield lined the 4-year-old up against a smart field of milers in the Group 2 Weight for Age Alistair Clark Stakes at Moonee Valley. We've included this race because we believe it was one of the most impressive performances of the season.
Lockley's Tradition being eased out, 3 off the fence now. A length to Knight of Avon on the inside from Kenny Lass. Then Lord of Camelot and a length to King Phoenix, 6 off the lead. 500 out, Celso and Todd Wilkes together. Here comes Lockley's Tradition. He's letting go at the 400 now. Then Fine Offer, El Telak, Kenny Lass, Knight of Avon and King Phoenix giving them 4 lengths and under the whip. Lockley's Tradition sprinted to the lead on the corner. Shot a length and a half clear into the straight. It's a big break from Celso, Todd Wilkes. Kenny Lass is struggling and King Phoenix winding up, but Lockley's Tradition straight and 3 in front. King Phoenix out wide is running on pretty well, and then Kenny Lass, but Lockley's Tradition's going to bowl in. Lockley's Tradition wins the Newmarket and the Alistair Clark. This one by 4 lengths to King Phoenix. Oh, Knight of Avon and King Phoenix giving them 4 lengths and under the whip. Lockley's Tradition sprinted to the lead on the corner. Shot a length and a half clear into the straight. It's a big break from Celso, Todd Wilkes. Kenny Lass is struggling and King Phoenix winding up, but Lockley's Tradition straight and 3 in front. King Phoenix out wide is running on pretty well, and then Kenny Lass, but Lockley's Tradition's going to bowl in. Lockley's Tradition wins the Newmarket and the Alistair Clark. This one by 4 lengths to King Phoenix. Or El Telak or...
Lockley's Tradition is the third and...
Here's Sydney bounding away 65 cents the win and is even shorter with the bookmakers, and it's 14-1 bar one you can get down there.
Second of the day. So we'll shortly know about the third. All boxed. Can bounding away make it 4. Out of 4, they're off. And Dreams Delight and Bounding Away, the smartest to begin. Dreams Delight leading the hot pot about a neck. The rails 2 lengths away. Next on the inside is Our Linda, followed closely by Fiorita. And then Diamond Shower, second last Helen's Choice, and Copper Crest tails the field. Coming along to the 600 metres and bounding away 3/4 of a length on Larkado, 2 Pharaoh's Daughter. Then Diamond Shower, followed closely by Fiorita. Our Linda losing ground, and then comes Dreams Delight. Bounding away, railing well, straightens up about a length clear on Larkado. Pharaoh's Daughter third, and then Diamond Shower on the outside. Dittman hasn't moved on Bounding Away. Coming down to the 200 metres. Now he asks her for another effort, and Bounding Away gets into another gear and kicks 2 lengths on Pharaoh's Daughter getting up on the inside. Linda starting to battle on from Larkado and Diamond Shower, but Bounding Away, he's not unduly putting a lot of pressure to her, and she goes home too well. Bounding Away has beaten Linda second, Diamond Shower third, Pharaoh's Daughter fourth, Larkado fifth. Then came Helen's Choice, Dreams Delight, Copper Crest, and Fiorita was last.
Number 1. Well, it was just a procession, wasn't it? Bounding Away should pay 65 cents the win and money back 50th place. Number 2, Alinda's got up for second, $1.05. And number 7, Diamond Shower, third, 80 cents for the place. Larkado, again, a little bit disappointing. It ran out of puff bad.
The Group 1 George Ryder Stakes over 1,400 metres at Rose Hill.
Good on you, Avon. Stalls open, off and running in the George Ryder. Came out in a nice even line, and Avon Angel actually won the start. Is headed straight away by Dazzling Duke going to the lead. March Akita's in third place. Hula Chief is easing back to be about fifth, and Concrete whizzing up on the rail now to be right behind the 2 leaders, and then Riverdale. And Heat of the Moment is back last of the 7 as they settle. Out first corner, Dazzling Duke at the 800 being held well together. It's a very leisurely run race. Avon Angel in second place and a length and a half. The West Aussie Concrete is perched up on the rails behind the leaders. Heat of the Moment only 4 lengths off the lead and ready to pounce as they turn for home, and Riverdale's a length and a half away, last of the 7 as they wheel the corner. Into the straight now, he's trying to pinch a break on Avon Angel as they straighten up and hit the lead over Dazzling Duke. A rails run comes for Concrete, although he got squeezed out again. Hula Chief is joining in, and Heat of the Moment Pop the Question's going to have the last run at them as they get to the 200 mark. Avon Angel gave in. Hula Chief grabbed it. Heat of the Moment coming at Hula Chief. It's Heat of the Moment, Hula Chief. Avon Angel is kicking again on the inside, but Heat of the Moment hung in on top of the others, but she's too good, the little filly, and Heat of the Moment beat Avon Angel.
What an extraordinary amount of ability this filly must have to race so erratically against Group 1 company, yet win with total authority. Heat of the Moment is by the former top-class 2-year-old Blazing Saddles, now in England at Durban. All the top 3-year-olds were there again at Rose Hill on March 15th in a bid to retrieve their reputations in the Daily Telegraph Rose Hill Guineas.
They're going in all directions to miss him. Up towards the turn, 500 metres out, Roman Artist led over Kenzai and Eastar. Eastar looming up boldly on the outside as they turn for home, followed by Rant and Rave, and then Drawn. 0-12 further back from Karma Cruise and Agent Provocative, but straightening for the run home. And Drawn got a beautiful run between horses. Drawn has dashed to the lead. Little Drawn in front, 300 metres out. Rant and Rave getting into second place is going after him. The filly Dolces are battling on, and then Karma Cruise. Rant and Rave is going after Drawn. The whips are cracking. Little Drawn won't give up. He's a half length in front of Rant and Rave. Karma Cruise is grabbing the pair of them, but Drawn's in front. He'll win. He's got a heart as big as himself, and Drawn beat Karma Cruise. Rant and Rave third. Every possible hope at the head of the others. Common sense.
One Bill. Only 2 horses had successfully completed the Blue Diamond Golden Slipper double, and they, of course, were John's Hope and Manicato, but no filly had achieved the feat. Bounding Away had 1 run in between the Blue Diamond and the Slipper and was able to win the Magic Night Stakes in an absolute canter over the Rose Hill 1,200-metre circuit. Everyone agreed she looked just about unbeatable in the Slipper, with Brian Mayfield Smith's classy colt Imperial Baron the only one regarded as any sort of serious threat. The directors of the Sydney Turf Club, with the backing of Tui's, this year promoted the Golden Slipper to become Australia's second $1 million race, naturally the richest race for 2-year-olds in this part of the world.
Amber light flashing, and they're off and running in the Slipper. A little slow to move at the start, Scotch and Dry, and Sea Swell is last out of the barrier. Pre-Catalan and Captivan began brilliantly, and so did Bounding Away, followed by Magic Flute being Rubbertan is a mile back, followed by Scotch and Dry, Hader Prince, and back at the tail, Maya Card, and they're well strung out as they near the corner. Pre-Catalan, who's shown amazing speed, is in front as they turn for home. In second place on the outside as they straighten for the run in, the Queenslander Breakfast Creek. Imperial Baron on the fence behind them, and and here comes Bounding Away. Bounding Away on the outside is racing up to tackle those leaders, followed by Captivan and Magic Flute. At the 200, Pre-Catalan tackled by Bounding Away. Bounding Away and Pre-Catalan with Imperial Baron battling on strongly, but it's Bounding Away and Pre-Catalan coming to the line, locked together. Bounding Away goes home a little bit the better, and Bounding Away won the slipper. Wide out, I think, getting up the run second will be Just Blooming. Third, either Pre-Catalan or Imperial Baron.
Although the slipper was Bounding Away's hardest fought win, Tommy
Slipper.
hardest fought win, Tommy
Slipper. But going into the race, Mick Dittman had a few reservations.
I think mainly because I'd felt in the last week of the preparation for the slipper, I'd felt she'd just gone off at fraction. I know Magic Night Day, she was just so spot on. And I think she'd just gone over the hill a little bit. You know, and leading...
Everything was a dream come true. Dad's won several golden slippers, and he's won many, many other great races in Australia, but this was something very personal, very much to do with the Smith family.
I doubt if I've trained a 2-year-old much better. You might have to get back to a horse like, say, Tulloch or something like that, but the other 2-year-olds, I think she could handle them all.
After this...
Once again, the Bowater Scott Tancred was one of the highlights of the autumn. Every horse in the field was a Group winner, and all but 2 had won Group 1 races, so there can be no argument as to the outstanding quality of this field.
3-year-olds very strongly represented. Playful Princess a little fidgety, but the gates open and they're off in the Tancred. Rant and Rave, the West Aussie, is about the first out. The filly Dolcezza began well, and so did Tristark and the Vagrant and Late Show. Handy Proverb is trapped out deep in the early part, and even wider Tristram Rose and Playful Princess. Racing to the front, coming to the 800 mark by a length and a half to the Vagrant. In third place, Handy Proverb, followed closely by Tristram Rose, Dolcezza, and then Tristark and Late Show, followed by Lacqueries and Our Sophia. Further back in the field came Rant and Rave, and then Dwanette's Girl, Playful Princess, Bone Crusher. A mile back, Samazan, followed by Astralin and Fox Seal as last as they near the corner. Coming around the bend at the 450 mark, and Tristark had raced to the lead. Tristark leads the Tancred Stakes fields around the bend and straightened up in front of a bit like a, followed by the Vagrant, and then Dolcezza, Handy Proverb behind them under pressure. Further back is Our Sophia and Rant and Rave down the extreme outside at the 200 mark, and a bit like her again beat off Tristark. A bit like her got clear of Tristark. The filly Dolcezza trying hard to get to them. Rant and Rave, and look at Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher down the outside is coming home right over the top of them. Rant and Rave and Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher won the Tancred. What a performance. Bone Crusher beat Rant and Rave with a bit like the Tancred Stakes fields around the bend and straightened up in front of a bit like her, followed by the Vagrant, and then Dolcezza, Handy Proverb behind them under pressure. Further back is Our Sophia and Rant and Rave down the extreme outside at the 200 mark, and a bit like her again beat off Tristark. A bit like her got clear of Tristark. The filly Dolcezza trying hard to get to them. Rant and Rave, look at Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher down the outside is coming home right over the top of them. Rant and Rave and Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher won the Tancred. What a performance. Bone Crusher beat Rant and Rave with a bit like a third.
That astonishing performance by Bone Crusher had the effect of stifling betting on the AJC Derby at Randwick the following week. However, the $500,000 prize money ensured a keenly contested race.
As they near the turn in the Derby, and the leader Tierra Wrist by a length and a half to Wilhelm on the outside of Dolcezza, and then Saxon White followed by Drawn, the Brotherhood. Bone Crusher on the outside as they turn for home, and Easter is right on his wheel, and further back Handy Proverb. Over the rise now, Tierra Wrist is the leader, clear of Wilhelm. Drawn is coming through in the centre. Further out, Bone Crusher taking an age to get going. Easter is going with him, and on the extreme outside, Handy Proverb. 150 out, Tierra Wrist is the leader. They're coming from all directions. It's Bone Crusher, Handy Proverb and Drawn. Bone Crusher put his head in front. He's got a great big heart. Bone Crusher, he'll win the Derby. Bone...
Would imagine a very... I'm pleased it's over and turned out so well.
We spoke about this horse after the Tancred. You put the champion tag on him, as I did then, and that's been confirmed today.
Yes, it has. I thought he might have won a little better. That sounds cheeky, but he appeared to do better. Perhaps he's better with 2 weeks between races, but he's won. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, backing him up was a problem.
It was. It's not a thing I do often at home.
Are you going to take them on in the Sydney Cup? There was a rumour that if he won easy today, that would be what you'd be doing.
At this stage, I say that's definitely out. I thought he did it a little harder than I would have wished, and I would...
Here a few seasons back. The Derby was Bone Crusher's 10th win from only 19 starts, and assured him of early favouritism for the rich spring staying races in Melbourne. Bill, you don't see a horse as good as Bone Crusher very often, and I was amazed in Sydney at Easter talking to New Zealanders who told me that they had one back home even better.
Well, whether or not he's better than Bone Crusher remains to be seen. But the horse in question, Waverley's TV New Zealand Stakes at Ellerslie on April 5.
They work in 800 metres to go, and it's Sol Vega to Merry Bat, about a length and a half from Call Me Stumpy. Waverley Star's poised in behind the leaders with his light weight. They followed Silver Rhapsody, then Santana on the turn. 500 metres to go, and Sol Vega's the leader, 2 from Waverley Star. Coming out wide, Silver Rhapsody, they head into the straight, then followed by Call Me Stumpy and Santana. Sol Vega in front. Waverley Star cruising after it now, about a half length and going to head it off. 3 to Santana, then followed by Silver Rhapsody. The Filbert starting to run on, but Waverley Star shot to the lead, 200 metres to go. He's home, James. He's 2.5 on Solvig. The Filbert racing into the minors with Santana, and a bit like a racing home late, but Waverley Star's going to win it very easily. 5 lengths at the post. Solvig held second. Third was Santana. The Filbert, Call Me Stumpy and Santana. Solvig in front. Waverley Star cruising after it now, about a half length and going to head it off. 3 to Santana, then followed by Silver Rhapsody. The Filbert starting to run on, but Waverley Star shot to the lead. 200 metres to go. He's home, James. He's 2.5 on Solvig. The Filbert racing into the minors with Santana, and a bit like a racing home late, but Waverley Star's going to win it very easily. 5 lengths at the post. Going to win it very easily. 5 lengths at the post. Solvig held second. Third was Santana. The Filbert was...
Waverley Star continued the successful season enjoyed by Windsor Park stud Starway, who also sired classic winners Shankill Lass, Star...
Cooper doing the honours, mounts his Fleet Invader, and just now, last of all, as they reach the top turn. Plenty of pace on in the Princess and the leader, Madam Sue, a length on Samara. Invader and Regal Realman still just now whip them in as they go over the crossing at the 800 mark, and Madam Sue is the leader. A half length on Samara, getting closer. In third place on the outside, Shinakima, then Hasty Miss and Rain Fast, followed by Kate Charlotte. Fleet Invader moving around the outside, then Lycan Lady, Normandy Bay about to take off, followed by Cologne, Regal Realm. On the fence behind them, hard ridden as Hasty Zip as they near the turn from Careless Love, and just now the Princess Field is packing up as they turn the corner, and Madam Sue is almost joined by Samara as they straighten. In third place on the outside, Shinakima, and then Lycan Lady with the big white face starting to run on strongly. In fact, Lycan Lady has loomed up to grab Samara as they come to the 200 mark, and watch this, it's just now coming from last, just now down the outside, and Cologne getting through in the centre, but just now swept to the lead 100 metres out, and just now has come from Stone Motherless last to score a very big win. Bruce Compton a double.
Races in particular held the key to this year's Foster's Doncaster. The first was the Ryder Stakes at Rose Hill, in which Heat of the Moment defeated Avon Angel and Hula Chief, and the second was the Alistair Clark Stakes in Melbourne, in which King Phoenix ran second to Lockley's Tradition. Heat of the Moment had been set a big task. She had been asked to emulate her former stablemate Emancipation, who won the Ryder Stakes in Doncaster Double back in 1983. That lofty assignment didn't deter punters, who sent her out favourites.
Now Prince Frolic steadies, the gates fly open and they're off in the Doncaster, and it's a beautiful start. Dinky Flyer dropping straight back to the tail with Knight of Avon, and bouncing out in front Caledonian Boy to lead early over Chanticleer. In a prominent spot as Avon Angel, followed by Satin Sand and Concrete and Marcher Flyer. Around the first turn in the Doncaster, Avon Angel on the outside went to the lead over Caledonian Boy. Chanticleer third, followed by Marcher Keeter on the rail. Satin Sand in a perfect spot, followed by Concrete, and then Hula Chief and Common Sense, and Prince Frolic again trapped 3 deep as they near the 600 mark. A length away, Magnitude close enough if good enough, followed by Riverdale in the Glen. Canterbury Bell taking off around the outside as they near the home turn. King Phoenix and then Swift Cheval, Bow Kingdom. Heat of the Moment is in awful trouble. Heat of the Moment got shuffled back to be third or fourth last on the home turn, and then Dinky Flyer and Knight of Avon as they turn over the rise, and Chanticleer. Chanticleer race to the lead in the Doncaster. Satin Sand, and here comes Hula Chief. Hula Chief down the outside coming with a big run. Hula Chief has raced up to head Chanticleer. Satin Sanders battling on, followed by Knight of Avon, and Heat of the Moment is coming home well with Riverdale. Hula Chief in front close to home. On the outside it's King Phoenix and Heat of the Moment in the centre, but Hula Chief is too good, and Hula Chief won the Doncaster. Now to him, Ray.
Thank you, John. Yes, stable foreman for the Sydney operation of the Cummings stable. Anthony, a very exciting win for you.
Very exciting. He's a hell of a nice horse, and it's a pleasure to see him win again.
Well, he's a younger brother of Hewler Drum, and that horse was unluckily beaten in a couple of major races last year. His younger brother certainly made up for it.
Yeah, he has today.
What are the immediate plans now for this horse?
Well, he's got the All-Age Stakes next week.
Very happy stable as Gerald Jaffe leads the owner of Hewler Chief, leads that 3-year-old back into the enclosure, John, and gets a resounding ovation.
Yeah, fancy having two horses, full-blood relations with the ability of those two, Hula Chief and Hula Drum, and it was just a pity that Hula Drum bled in Australia and was sent overseas to race. The winner here, number 15, Hula Chief, by Marceau out of Hula Bend, an American mare. A bay colt, raced by Mr. and Mrs. Gerald Jaffe, trained by Bart Cummings. Today was having only his 10th start, so he was by no means a seasoned runner in the field, but he did a grand job to win. His record now goes 7 wins, 1 second, 1 third, and about $300,000 in round figures, his prize money tally.
Phoenix got second, third's close.
The Doncaster kept an amazing season for the lightly raced Hula Chief, who started 10 times during the season for 7 wins, a second to Lockley's Tradition in the Newmarket, and a third to Heat of the Moment in the Ryder Stakes. Hula Chief is on
calendar year. One of them is the AJC Metropolitan. Now, the inside stall is occupied by Puckle Harbour, who ran second at Rose Hill last week. Now, the line looks better, the stall's open, and they're off, and Marooned is a clear last out of the starting gate. He went straight back towards the tail of the field, and Great Estate bounced out in front of Puckle Harbour, and Orchestration began well, and then Tristram Rose. Marooned improved quickly to be midfield on the outside of the Grey Silver Award, followed by Amlock, and then Scruples. 3 deep, but getting in a bit closer now. Reckless Tradition on those. Silver Award on the inside of Marooned as they go to the crossing at the 800 mark, and moving around the outside of those horses now. Reckless Tradition, followed by Amlock. Samasan, further back Scruples at the head of the others. Dwanette's Girl, followed by Sprightly Native and Astralin, and the chairman's handicap field is starting to bunch up tightly as they near the turn. 600 out, and Tristram Rose on the outside has moved up to go to the lead together with Puckle Harbour. Marooned and Orchestration track them into the straight on the fence. Great Estate dropping out of it. Reckless Tradition right off the track, but by G. Cassidy looks confident on the favourite Marooned. Marooned on the outside is about to move into overdrive as they come over the rise, and now he's let him go, and Marooned has raced to the lead. Marooned hit the front on top of the rise. Down the outside, however, Amlock is running on strongly, and Puckle Harbour battling on well. Marooned in front, 100 outs. Amlock and Silver Award are coming home well. Marooned is clear. He wants to shift his ground in the last bit, but he's too good, Marooned, and he races away to win easily. Marooned first. Amlock now getting up for second. Astralin. Astralin will get second. Third's close. Amlock or...
That Imperial Baron was dreadfully unlucky and perhaps should have even beaten Bounding Away, but for being so severely checked approaching the first turn. Anyhow, those who held the view put their money down in a big way to say Brian Mayfield Smith's charge could topple Tommy Smith's Wonder Filly. The odd thing is, they were right, but they didn't collect.
Amber light flashing, and they're off and running in the Sire's Produce Stakes. A good start with Hader Prince dropping straight back to the tail of the field, and Ford Dennison bounced out in front of Imperial Baron. Just Blooming is up closer today. Imperial Baron's working hard. They've got him 4 and 5 deep on the turn into the straight. Around the corner now and Bounding Away, and Ford Dennison just led Captivan, and they've got away up the rise by more than a length to Imperial Baron under heavy pressure. Then Military Plume, followed by Just Blooming, Diamond Shower, and Baton on the extreme outside is hitting top gear. Captivan grabbed the lead at the 200 mark over Bounding Away. Imperial Baron struggling. Little Diamond Showers pounced on them. Diamond Shower from the Mayfield Smith stable grabbed the lead close to home, and in a big boil over, Diamond Shower racing away to win the Sire's Produce. Very close for second between Bounding Away and Imperial Baron. In 4th place, Baton, who died on his run.
Diamond Shower had shown great promise in races leading up to the Golden Slipper Stakes, but only her closest admirers.
And to the crossing at the 800 mark, Tristark is the leader by a length on At Talark. In on the rail, Travel Light. Periscope is getting a good run. 1 horse off them. 600 metres out, Tristark led from At Talark, who's under heavy pressure. Periscope in 3rd place, and then Travel Light. A bit like I got away from the fence, but again he's run into trouble as they turn for home. He's got nowhere to go now as they straighten up for the run of the judge. 400 out in the Queen Elizabeth, and Tristark led. At Talark is coming at it. Periscope further out, putting in his run. A bit like as a length or so behind them, starting to wind up. He's switching back to the rails now. A bit like at the 200 mark, and At Talark is coming at Tristark. A bit like getting the rails run, taking half an hour to get going. The mare Tristark won't give up. She's fighting back. She's got them beaten. The gallant little Tristark, and she'll win. Tristark, a great mare, wins from A Bit Like with At Talark in 3rd place.
Well, that was Tristark's 5th Group 1 success, and naturally enough confirmed her standing as possibly the most valuable race mare in Australasia today. Tristar
English Mint led only a half length on Samara, pressuring the leader. Running third as Eau de Toile. Great led narrowly over Samara. On the outside as Eau de Toile. Dolcezza behind those leaders. Then Tingo Tango under pressure. Further back Lycan Lady, followed by Normandy Bay and Canny Lass. And now, just now, on the extreme outside of the field, winding up as going out after them. Samara reached the lead at the 200 mark, but here comes Just Now. Just Now right out past the centre of the track is charging at Samara. And the Queensland filly's going to do it again. And she'll complete the Princess Handicap Oaks double, and look at her go. Just Now racing away to score by a big margin. That's a great Oaks win. Second and third's tight.
Just Now is the best member of the first crop of the No Double Stallion Semi-Palatinsk, who stands at column.
The All-Age Stakes has become a worthwhile prize in itself instead of being a consolation stake for beaten Doncaster runners.
They've got 700 left to go. Magnitude with the inside running is joined again by Riverdale. Prince Frolic on the outside, moving up 3 deep around Campaign King and Canterbury Bell on the rail. A length and a half to Concrete. Off the track, Dinky Flyer, Hula Chief now scrubbed along. And then in the Glen, followed by, as they turn for home, King Phoenix second last and Drawn as last. But straightening up now, and Riverdale took a narrow lead over Magnitude. Prince Frolic about to pounce on them. A length away, Canterbury Bell under pressure. Campaign King's the first beaten. And right down the outside, King Phoenix and Hula Chief got badly knocked about there. He got shuffled back in the straight now. Riverdale is the leader. Wide out Drawn is now getting clear of the ruck, and it's little Drawn going after Riverdale. Look at him go. He's only as big as a pit pony, but he's all heart, and Drawn got up to win. Drawn beat Riverdale. Third, Dinky Flyer. Fourth, King Phoenix. Fifth is Canterbury Bell.
The All-Aged was the third Group 1 victory for the season for Drawn, a colt small in stature but certainly big on courage. The win this year's Sydney Cup meant the impending domination of the imported stayer Marooned, undoubtedly the biggest discovery of the year among the staying ranks. Marooned, a flashy chestnut son of the great Mill Reef, Joy and Brian Mayfield Smith stables from England, and from the day he walked into the stable, the horse's mission was the Sydney Cup. As you'll see, there was never any doubt the mission would be accomplished.
1400 out in the back straight.
Too quick for them at the finish when the pressure was on.
The home turn. Off the track, Puckle Harbour moving around the outside. Panama Jack and going with it, Astralin. Further back is Amlock, followed by Late Show. Fox Seal is well back and very wide as they near the turn. And then Karma Cruise, but around the corner, it's the charge of the Light Brigade. The 3-year-old Saxon White is joined by Secured Deposit. In third place, the Tasmanian Scruples. And here comes Marooned. Marooned on the outside with that big white blaze has charged up, and Maroon has raced to the lead. Coming to the 200 mark, Maroon shot away, getting into second place. Wide out now is Amlock and Al Sophia battling on with Fox Seal, but it's all Maroon. There's a fall. Amlock fell in the straight. Amlock fell. Maroon is clear. Al Sophia and Fox Seal won't pick him up, and Maroon wins the Cup. Maroon first, Al Sophia second, third Fox Seal.
Maroon was the second Sydney Cup winner for Mr. Robert Sangster, who also won the race.
In the Champagne Stakes, Maya card for 50 cents, 6.75, 110. Lonely Nights, 9.10, 195. Number 8, Bounding Away, 185, $1.05. 9, Diamond Shower, 2.15 and 75. Number 10, Scotch and Dry, 165.
I'm good. Racing now. Our Sound Horizon knuckled and came out very slowly. Lonely Nights dropping off and bounding away straight to the lead, but here's Atatari going up to header. Third position, Western Ace, and then Diamond Shower, followed by Devon Duke. Right it off to Sound Horizon. Atatari going along at a good clip to the first corner near the 1,000 metres. A length on Devon Duke, one Pharaoh's Daughter, followed by Bounding Away on the outside of a stablemate Western Ace, 1.5 to Diamond Shower. And then comes on the inside Maya Car, just shading the New Zealand filly Scotch and Dry, who's being tagged by Lonely Nights. Second last being Imperial Majesty, and a further 2 lengths Sound Horizon. At the 800 in the Champagne, Atatari steadied about 3/4 to a length clear on Devon Duke, 1.5 Western Ace. Pharaoh's Daughter on the outside, 2 to Bounding Away, a length the Diamond Shower niggled at from Lonely Nights. And then Scotch and Dry as rain again begins to fall from Sound Horizon. Second last is Maya Card, and Absolute as they come round the home corner, Imperial Majesty. 400 left to gallop, and here Western Ace getting through, but he's hanging a shade. Devon Duke on his outside. They've dropped out Atari, and then comes Bounding Away. Sound Horizon's made up a heap of ground, then Pharaoh's Daughter at a gap to Diamond Shower. Scotch and Dry is struggling. Bounding Away did just that. Now at the 200 metres, Bounding Away a length and a half on Diamond Shower. She's inclined to hang in a shade, Diamond Shower, and Bounding Away is a mile too good for Diamond Shower, rocketing home Maya Card. But Bounding Away, isn't she a great filly? Valley. And bounding away brilliantly wins the Champagne from a tight finish between Myocard and Diamond Shower.
Riders going out to the centre looking for better ground as they come over the rise, 300 out, and Western Ace is the leader from Devon Duke, and here comes Bounding Away. Look at the little filly go. Bounding Away exploded to the lead at the 200 mark. Diamond Shower out wide, running into second place, is coming home hard. Bounding Away is clear with 100 to go, and she's got them well beaten. Bounding Away, the bookies are wrong this time. Bounding Away wins the Slipper and the Champagne, and it's a brilliant win. Bounding Away first, Myocard flashed up. I think he got second.
That superb win by Bounding Away was her 7th from 8 starts for the season. Bounding Away was bred, owned and trained by the incomparable Tommy Smith, and that win made her the first 2-year-old ever named as Australia's Horse of the Year.
Today it was the Black Douglas Stakes, and it was won in scintillating style by Courier Bay. Now he was slowly away. David Walsh wisely didn't hustle him up. He just let him loaf along at the back of the field. And, you know, the performance was just incredible. Now, he's last there. He's 2 lengths behind the main bunch of the field, and he settles in second last place. Watch it.
And dropping to the rear of the field is Courier Bay and Makita Blue onto the first bend, 800 metres to go. Sweet Dream Lady, the leader, a neck in front. Icy Miss second, 2 lengths away third, Ras Flyer. Empress Fury going up but wide on the track. Alamander Boy in between horses. Blue Bolero 6th on the inside. Then Sunshine Valley, Dancing Poet, Gold or Me, followed by Solitary Rose. Courier Bay now starting a run. He's skirting right around the field. He's 4 and 5 wide coming onto the home turn. And then Leonora, Swift Cheval and Makita Blue on the bend. 350 metres to go. Ras Flyer dashed up on the outside and shot to the lead. It's Ras Flyer in front of Sweet Dream Lady. Empress Fury, and look at Courier Bay go. Courier Bay swooped on and raced away from them. He's 3 lengths in front. He's 4 clear, and he's racing away with it. Tierra Wrist is making up ground at the end, but this is a super run by Courier Bay. Courier Bay first, Tierra Wrist second, Ras Flyer 5 lengths away third. Then
Well, that performance had everyone searching for words to describe it. Just a sensational performance by Courier Bay. I think the best sprinting 3-year-old performance we've seen in Brisbane for a long, long time, and it looked out on the day by Michael Carrolley there. 7th event was the Strawberry Road Stakes, a set-weight event for the 2-year-olds, and Sydney-trained Myocard with a storming finish overwhelms the opposition. The favourite, Christopher, not disgraced and finishing second, and Triple Jump Ron an encouraging third.
3 lengths in front. Christopher in second place. Russell getting anxious on the favourite now. Triple Jump Ron down the outside, running on gamely. Then Whiskey Coin, and further back Myocard. Pure Gold is still the leader, a length in front. Triple Jump Ron, Christopher trying hard. Myocard flying on the outside. Christopher grabbed the lead. Look at Myocard. Myocard swooped on him, grabbed the lead, and what a sensational win.
It was a sensational win by Myocard. We'll show you the slow-mo, and Jeff Chapman will pinpoint where Myocard is at the home.
About 8th on the inside of Les's Choice, and then Eye of the Sky, who's out a little bit wide. Back on the rails is Phoenix Rising, and then King Phoenix, who's out a little bit deep. Or Les's Choice just ran into trouble. Bank Coin's getting well back with Playful Princess Crawford, and Gold or Me's last of all. As they head down the side, 600 metres to go. Rook Ennis has got a nice lead. 2 in front. Grand Thunder second. Daybreak Love at third. And then Paris Beau at sea just off the speed. Then Raffaellini. High Signal tightened up over near the inside. Eye of the Sky pulled out wide, starting a run, and then Castanelia and King Phoenix. 300 metres to go, and it's Rook Ennis the leader. Daybreak Lovers going for a run on the inside, then Grand Thunder, Paris Beau at sea making ground, and then King Phoenix. Daybreak Lover shot up on the inside, went to the lead. It's Daybreak Lover a length in front. Rook Ennis in second place. Here comes Eye of the Sky. He's finishing fast. Daybreak Lover in front. He pulls the whip on him. Eye of the Sky is lunging at him close to home. They hit it. Oh, gee, it's close. Very close. Almost a dead heat between Eye of the Sky and Daybreak Lover. It could go either way. Tight for third as well. Gold or Me flashed home, and he's at a...
Number 11, Eye of the Sky, $6 and $1.90 a place. Number 3, Daybreak Lover, $1.95.
Sprinters a galloping lesson in Adelaide. 5-year-old stallion Daybreak Lover was doing his bit to remind the racing world that an odd distraction or 59 never did anyone any harm. Yes, 59, that's the number of mares Daybreak Lover covered during the 1985 season. And just when racegoers thought they'd seen the last of the 1984 Elders Handicap winner, he bounced back larger than life.
Lights are on, they're set, they're racing. Castanelia began quickly near the inside. Daybreak Lover got the best of it. He bounced in front. Fix Flash is showing speed, and so to him last. They head down the side, 7:50 to go, and it's Hassan Dean the leader. He's a length in front. Fix Flash running second. Paris Beau a half length away third. Daybreak Lover nice and handy in fourth place. Followed then by Castanelia on the inside. Satin Sand pushed along a little bit. Out Kinmoss, Ras Flyer next, and then Gold or Me. Les's Choice pulled to the outside, and then Black Charles Morrison. King Phoenix back second last with Courier Bay. In the straight, 3:50 to go. Hassan-Dean just in front of Fixed Flush. He's got the run on the inside. And here comes Daybreak Lover. He's burst to the front on the outside. 200 metres to go. Daybreak Lover shot away. 2 lengths in front of Paris Bow. And then Fixed Flush further back. Gold or Me and Eye of the Sky. It's Daybreak Lover nicely clear, close to home. He's going to win it. Daybreak Lover first. Daybreak Lover beat Gold.
That was a comeback that racegoers should applaud because his owners took a huge gamble in returning the stallion to the track. Special mention must be given to the outstanding.
You would have been able to see why many people claimed Handy Proverb was unlucky not to have beaten Bone Crusher instead of running second to the great New Zealand gelding. After the Derby, Handy Proverb made processions of his next 3 group race appearances in the AJC St Leger, the Crest International Cup and the Grand Prix Stakes. The result was that Handy Proverb was sent out an odds-on favourite for the $150,000 QTC Queensland Derby.
Tierra Risk now second, Persian World third. Starting a run on the inside is Jewel Planet, reputed going forward on the outside, and Handy Proverb is running fifth as they set sail for the judge.
In the Derby, you know, Jim rode him perfectly again, and you know, his time was indicative of how well he was going. He easily broke the race record and was 0.3 outside the course record.
200 metres to go. Cassidy pulls the whip on Handy Proverb and he's speared to the lead. Handy Proverb 2 lengths in front of Rising Fear and Reputed, and Handy Proverb is racing away to win the Derby. It's Handy Proverb first, second Rising Fear, third Reputed.
The Queensland Derby was Handy Proverb's 7th group win for the season and his 3rd class. A month after the Elders, Daybreak Lover was scheduled to have his final start in the Group 1 Rothmans 100,000 at Doomben. Danny Duke declared the stallion unbeatable if he drew a barrier, and to his amazement, Daybreak Lover was allotted one of the outside marbles. That outside gate at the 1350-metre start at Doomben has stopped many a good horse before Daybreak Lover, so punters couldn't be blamed for shying away from the horse. Instead, they latched onto the Victorian 3-year-old Between Ourselves, prepared by Cyril Beachy.
A half length away third Between Ourselves, and then Ras Flyer up on the outside. Pico is still out very wide. Black Charleston Concrete, Pete's Choice, followed by Rody Rouge, and then Fixed Flash, High Signal, Bank Coin. Phoenix Rising is still well back as they race to the home turn with Gold or Me straightening up, just short of 400 metres to go. Let Me Tell the leader, 3 lengths in front. Between Ourselves up into second place on the outside of Daybreak Lover, followed by Concrete, Ras Flyer and Fixed Flash to the outside. Here comes Between Ourselves with a great run on the outside. He loomed up, he ran to the lead. He raced straight past Let Me Tell, and he is home and hosed. He's clear close to the line. Between Ourselves, Daybreak Lover into second place, and then Let Me Tell and Concrete. But that's a great performance by...
Between Ourselves is the 7th stakes winner for this season and the 14th overall for the outstanding stallion Twig Moss. And it boosted Twig Moss's earnings for the season to $1.5 million. After the race, trainer Cyril Beachy declared Between Ourselves the most exciting galloper he'd handled since the devastating Gay Icarus, Australia's Horse of the Year in 1971. Ourselves is the 7th stakes winner for this season and the 14th overall for the outstanding stallion Twig Moss. And it boosted Twig Moss's earnings for the season to $1.5 million. After the race, trainer Cyril Beachy declared Between Ourselves the most exciting galloper he'd handled since the devastating Gay Icarus, Australia's Horse of the Year in 1971. The final Group 1 race